Diving in where the world collides. Culture's calling, it's a crazy ride. Music's pumping, food's on the plate. We're vibing here, let's celebrate. Echo and Essence, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. Essence, Essence. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Essence, Essence. Yeah. Uncle Freezy, vibing all night and all day. Coach Malpica, always something to say. Our main man in the cut, he is Soul Finger. DSJ always showing up as the soulful singer. Ron, Bully, and Corey always being so thorough. Don't forget from that ain't rap, try borrow. It's not just water. Echo and Essence, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. Essence, Essence. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Essence, Essence. It's not just talk, it's how we groove. Life's a rhythm, we all move. Spin the wheel, what's next to see? Culture flowing endlessly. Echo and Essence, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. Essence, Essence. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Essence, Essence.
Hey, party people, it's Friday night. Thursday night, Friday morning. We feeling all right? Coming through to hang out for a little bit, man. Probably going to do like a good 30, 35 to 45 minutes of just chopping it up. I sent the link out to everybody. I didn't know if we would have time to do vibes tonight, but we here. We here. Shout out to everybody watching us on YouTube. Shout out to everybody watching us on X. Didn't really have a super dynamic topic to talk about, but I felt like it was pertinent for us to get here and rock the spot, right? What I had on my mind all day, though, Coach, what's good?
That's good.
Hey, what I had on my mind is style.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, have y'all noticed how the styles be dope? They change, they go out of style, they come back, they get rediscovered, then they go away, and then they come back again, research. Like,
oh yeah.
Give an example is sneakers, right? Like, I'm not a sneaker head. Like, I'm not buying sneakers at like a young person's pace, right? But I do appreciate certain sneakers. Like I appreciate New Balance, right? I appreciate Jordans. Do I always buy New Balance and Jordans? Yeah. Sometimes. I'm a big guy with a fat foot, so Jordans don't necessarily fit me, but they look really nice with an outfit though. You know. Coach, one of the things
I'll never wear Michael Jordan on my body ever.
Oh,
I'm one of them guys. I can't do it. As a Knicks fan, I can't do it. I don't care.
I understand, man. I understand. You know what I can't do? I can't wear Crocs.
See,
I can't.
I'm a crocker. I'm a crocker ass crocker. I wear Crocs. Yeah.
Coach said he a crocker.
I am, bro. I can't. Just because I was a nurse for so long and it's just so comfortable while I work, and it just crossed over to my just running to the store wear. Yeah, it's just so slip them on.
I can't get my fat feet into them, bro.
Oh, they got wider ones too.
Because I'm trying to figure out I
Oh, you got
want
them
to,
Flintstone feet.
yeah, I want to be a crocker. I do. I can't find any that fit my foot though.
They actually will conform to your foot.
After a while, you got to wear them in.
You got to. There's about a week or two where they stretch out for you. But if you get a size up, it helps.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Do they have cushion on the inside?
Hell yeah. It's like walking on
Sunshine. I'm walking on sunshine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like those kitchen mats they sell, like them cushion ones, like
Yeah.
it's like, when you're washing the dishes and it has a nice cushion to it.
Yeah.
It's like walking on those all the time.
Ooh.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, that's what it's like, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
It's hard to pass that up. Like I have a hard time going back to regular sneakers, bro. After wearing them.
Really?
It hurt my foot. And I even got the black New Balance, like Triple E.
Yeah.
I got the wide ones and everything. And
yeah.
They're pretty comfortable, but sometimes feet are a little swollen and
yeah,
maybe grabbing them toes, the top of my foot a little bit. I got to loosen up the strings, the laces a little bit.
Yeah, I know that feeling, man.
I got to get creative with the way I lace them.
Yeah, yeah. I feel you. I understand, man. Those like the styles, man. Like, hey, man.
You can get some good colors, bro. Too, like Crocs. You can get the Knicks Crocs. You can get They got blue ones. They got orange ones. They got all kinds of colors.
How are you? Are you a fan of colorway?
Colorway.
Yeah, like if they do a Knicks themed Croc, like it'll come in blue, white, and orange.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, or if you get the Bucks themed ones, they'll come in. What do the Bucks wear? Orange and yellow, whatever they wear, like orange, yellow, and white or something. Is that their color? That's their colors, right?
Pewter, red, and black.
Oh, they bougie. Oh, not even.
That pewter's like that goldish, brown, gray kind of weird.
Lord have mercy. That's why they don't win the Super Bowl, bro, because they bougie, bro.
I mean, they got some full on, like, crazy. Like, I've seen some pimped out, like, bro, I got to send you, I don't know. Send you this link. These Knicks ones are fire. Like they're the most fire Knicks Crocs I've ever seen. Like it even has a little bing bong in the middle of it. It says.
Well, that bing bong dude is getting paid, bro.
Yeah.
That bing bong dude is getting paid, bro.
Yeah, I'll send it to you in private chat. You can look at that. Oh dang! It went down to the second.
Hey, can you send it in a private chat? Because when I can't do it in the.
Oh my gosh! I thought I did put it there. I'm sorry.
There it is. There it is. Let's on that, and then let's go ahead. Yeah, those are fire, bro. Those are. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share the screen.
Yeah.
Those are fire, everybody. Yeah, those are fire.
I mean, they got. Yeah. There's one store called Culture Kings that have like some classic like.
Oh, they only go up to size 13, though.
Yeah, those ain't gonna work.
Yeah, no, those are, yeah. Man, I would buy those, bro. Yeah, oh, the second link is a different one? Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Okay. They only go up to size 13 also.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And
Like
they sold out. But they fire though. I like these, bro. I like those, bro. Those are good choices, bro.
Mhm. But they have like ones that are you can get like the strap that just says New York Knicks and switch out the strap, put on a black pair or a blue pair.
Right.
But nah, I
Right.
definitely I'm pro crops. Sure.
What's the biggest size Crocs you think you ever saw?
I mean, I got pretty big feet. I mean, I wear size 15, but
Okay.
and I usually get. I mean, you can get them at the big and tall, like DSL. They sell the bigger Crocs,
Okay.
15,
Yeah,
16.
I might have to. I may have to get me some of those, bro. But the thing is, when you're and not the coach, because coach knows this already, but when when you're diabetic, man, your feet tend to go in that. Sometimes they're swollen, sometimes they're not.
Mhm.
That type of flow when you deal with such and such and such. So if I buy them and then they look, they fit a certain way on Monday, they may not fit that same way on Thursday. So,
Right.
so yeah. So it's just, part of, whatever it is. It's part of getting older, man. Things happen. So
I mean, if you go to the official site, they got the big and tall section too on the Crocs.
really,
Yep.
so if you go to crocs.com,
Mm-hmm. And they were only about 30, 40, 50 bucks.
okay. I'm on crocs.com. Let's go to men.
Yeah, just the classic ones. They, I mean, you can see all the colors they got.
Yo, they got some up here that look like Yeezys, bro.
Oh yeah, they got all kinds of styles.
This Echo Wave, size 13. Size 13, bro. What's happening?
No, there's a big and tall section.
Okay, let me go back to the big and tall section.
Like, let's see. Yeah, under men. And then
I don't see the big and tall section up here. Crocs.com. Where's your big and tall section? Shop all men's, clogs, sneakers, sandals, slides, flip flops, boots, fuzz lined.
Yeah, I'll send you the link there too. I don't know why it's so long, but it's on Crocs.com.
Yeah, let's see here. All right, let's do that one. Oh, big and tall men's shoes. Okay, there they are. The white ones look clean, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, they go up to size 15. They go up to size 15. And they 25% off. How long does it take for you to how long does it take before you get them if you buy them from crocs.com? They take about a week?
It don't take that long. I think I've got them off Amazon too before.
Fritz Alcindor is in the building. Bro, I have a pair of Crocs in the closet. You want me to show them to you?
Sure.
And they fit like
They go up to size 17, bro. Like if you look, like it ends on 15. If you look before next to the 4, there's a 16 and 17 as well.
next to there's a 15.
Yeah, go up, go.
Hold on, let me show you on the. I'm gonna show you on the screen. That way you can direct us. What does Fritz Alcindor know about Crocs, bro?
I guarantee Fritz wears Crocs.
I guarantee he don't, bro. Fritz from Connecticut, they don't do stuff like that, bro.
Oh, you in the work clogs? Yeah, they only go to 15 in the work ones.
Let me click. I'll click on the link again. Let me click on the link again. Fritz is from Connecticut, bro. They don't play up there.
Yeah, I saw them.
They have to spend money on. When you from Connecticut, you like born with the rich mentality, bro.
The classic Crocs go up to 17.
These right here.
So do the real tree ones. Yeah, it hit whatever color.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
You got to go up to like, I guess, like if you hit black or blue or something. Oh, yeah, see, there's 16 and 17.
Yeah, right here. I see it. I see it. Yeah, I see it. I got you.
But I don't know what size you wear.
Yeah, I wear a 15, but I need a size 16.
Yeah, I would get a 16 in the crop.
Fritz Alcindor is in the building. So
that's what I do. I get the 16. Okay. Although I've gotten 15s before in my.
And you were still good?
They stretched out. Like at first, like the 15s, when I first got them, a little bit of a tightness, a little bit, but after the heat of your foot, and after a day or two, they kind of stretched out.
Okay.
But the 16, like right away, they fit pretty good.
Somebody's putting you on the Crocs?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I've been trying to put them on.
You know what? I probably got, there was like a brand before the Crocs. I think, man, I probably couldn't. I was having some problems with my knees, like when my knees got really, really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And like that was like the only thing that kind of got me through like a couple of years is wearing Crocs because I couldn't walk without them.
Wow. Man, that's crazy, bro.
But I don't really wear, I have a couple of pairs, but now I wear like Cole Haans like a lot now.
Yo, why DSJ don't come on the show, bro?
He don't love us no more.
DSJ, we got DSJ name in the front of the theme song, and he don't even show up, bro. He's like, I got. Yo, that dude did one killer performance at a club that was packed. He did a Prince song, and then now he too big. Fritz, now he too big for your people, bro. What's going on with that, bro?
Mm-hmm. He get the door and everything. He's like,
he did that thing called the big head, I guess is what they call it, Coach. Hey, Coach, I went and saw DSJ live. Not to change the subject, but I went and see DSJ live.
Yeah,
and bro, he smashed it, bro. He smashed it, bro. Now he don't need me on the show no more. He just like, yo, man, I did the joint, man. You know, I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying?
That's fake news for the record.
DSJ is in the building. Salute.
Hey, yeah.
All right.
One seat. Yeah, I saw when you were going live on TikTok. I put a comment in there.
Yeah.
Oh, it must have been on True's live. I've never been on TikTok live yet.
Okay.
Shame on me, I guess. But no, Nah, but it's all good. Listen, I'm just glad to, you know what I'm saying, be able to rock with y'all and everything. But please, like I said, throw Crocs in the bayou. I don't put
Oh,
Crocs on my feet.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, I don't do Crocs.
Tim's.
What a hater.
But I respect
you don't
it. At
like
the end of the
nurses?
day, I know that it's comfortable. I hear it all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's a comfortable pair of footwear, but I'll never know for sure.
Nah, bro. Come on, dog.
DSJ don't like nurses.
Yeah, that's what
Nah,
happened, bro.
listen. I again, like I said, I get it. You know what I'm saying? For the sake of all the people that wear them, I hear what they do for feet, and it's all good. But aesthetically, for me, yeah, like I said, man, I would rather just you know what I'm saying, walk around in I'd rather walk around in sketches.
Yes.
I'm
Do you got wood shoes? Like,
a preference.
For,
man,
yeah, for me, yeah, I'm all basketball sneakers.
mm,
If it's not like me getting dressed up, so you know what I'm saying, it's loafers or Clarks.
It's got
Um,
to be Kohan, bro. Y'all like? Oh, Fritz put Kohan. Fritz, what you know about Kohans, bro?
man, I got like 6 pair right now. Like six
yeah,
pair
Yeah,
Kohans, man.
Kohan's definitely, you know what I'm saying, a wave. You know what I'm saying, as far as like stepping out footwear.
Yeah, yeah,
Yo, I love their sneakers though.
yeah. They sneakers.
Like,
I get them off Amazon, bro. To be honest, that's
yeah,
where you, or
you know
you get
what?
yours from the website. Because I get them from the website, but
Um,
Amazon always have better matches for me.
How
I
about
always go to eBay. I go to eBay. People are always selling them
Really?
because I like the nice pair. You know the ones that are like 200 and something
Yeah.
each. But on eBay you get them for like $75 or something like that. So
how about them new Hey Dudes? Have you seen them?
Nah, I
I
ain't
heard of
seen.
them. I heard of them. I've seen a couple pairs.
Oh, they're pretty fire. I'm a fan of them. And you can
Are
get
they
bigger.
are they for like casual wear? Or are they for like working, like be on your feet all day type?
Both. Like
Okay.
they're like they're almost like a deck shoe, I guess, kind of like, but they're. I'll send you an Amazon link to one so you can look at it. And they have 5E ones.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll send it to you in the private chat.
Yeah. Kohan 0 grand 2s. Those are the
But these are what's called Ida Zeros. They're like Hey Dude, like copies. They're like an Italian. They're called Ida Zero.
Oh yeah, I got a pair of joints like this.
Yeah, but they're
Yeah,
kind
you
of
know
like
what?
they're like Hey Dude copies. Kind of, I don't know, like Hey Dudes look just like this. But if you look on the sizes, they go up to 17 double extra wide.
Yeah, I have a yeah.
So that's like their 2X wide is considered like 4E or 5E.
mm.
I got a pair of these, and if you scroll down further, you can see how flexible they are. Like the guy's pinching it with 2 fingers, like folding it, folding the
Oh
shoe around.
let me get. Okay.
And then you see some guys
Hey everybody, today I'm going to be taking
wearing some real life ones, you know. But
Oh yeah, they do look. I got some. I have some in the closet, bro. Right, just like the same
Mhm.
color he's got. The light ash gray. I have those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some of those.
and I like
I'm gonna see if they. I'll be right back, y'all. Go ahead,
go
coach.
ahead. Oh, go ahead, buddy. No, but anyway, what I was saying was, I mean, some guys. Look, no offense to y'all, or anyone there's a lot of shoe snobs out there. like they gotta have a certain brand and they gotta have a certain. I just care if they look good and they feel good. I don't care if it says Adidas on them. I don't care if it says, Rebo instead of Reebok, whatever. I got no problem with some off-brand stuff if it looks good, if it feels good,
Yeah, like after high school, it didn't matter to me.
Yeah.
Like high school, I was buying. You know what I mean? I had to get the King Grippies and I had to get the Barclays and I had to get the.
Yeah.
After high school, it didn't matter.
It's like it's turned into the sneakerhead generation with it turns out, and look, I ain't trying to make it a stereotype or a culture thing or a race thing, but man, I've seen brothers that got more money in shoes and the dudes don't even own his own vehicle. Come on, man.
Oh,
Like,
believe me,
I know
know.
what I'm saying.
I know. Somebody. We all know that person with a $5,000 pair of sneakers who don't own a car.
Yeah, I mean, come on, bro. Like, you want to wear some shoes that you afraid to like step in a puddle, or I mean, no one ever wants to step into mud or whatever, but you afraid someone's gonna scuff your shoe or bump into your shoe. Man, what's the sense of having them?
Yeah.
And I get the collectability of some of them, and but I'm more for function. It's like, I always used to tease. I had an auntie that had in the early 80s, used to put plastic on the furniture, like, or that you had that room in the house. Don't go in that room. That's like they have the dining room that you never eat in. You don't ever touch nothing. Like, to me, life and your home is for living in. That's just how I feel the same way with my clothes. But I'm with you. I was there at one time too. Like, I cared a lot more about Z Cavaricci or the Tommy Hilfiger polos and button-up shirts. I used to have them. Then I got sized out of it because, like, I played football, so when I started having to wear 2XL, oh, there you go.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. That's them.
Guess what else I found in there, Coach?
Your Crocs. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing ain't even broken in yet. I can tell.
I know because this part right here it
presses on you.
Yeah.
What
you need a
size
wide pair. You need a wide pair.
Yeah.
What size is that one?
15.
I mean, if you just get through that first week or two, it'll stretch out, man.
Like Crazy, you took your charms out. You show us your shoes.
Yeah, that's what took me so long.
His Hello Kitty charm.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, yeah, man.
Nah, but the last pair of I got dad sneakers, bro.
Was it you talking about Timberlands? The last pair of Timbs you bought?
I ain't had a pair of Timbs in probably about 15, 20 years, bro.
Yeah, me either, bro.
I love having Timberlands.
I mean, they're great for this cold weather and the snow.
But not daily.
I'm a grown ass man, dog. Ain't no way. Ain't no way I can put on Timbs, bro. I ain't wearing Timberland nothing. I'm not even wearing Timberland hoodie.
I'm not gonna lie. I still wear Timbs in the winter.
I'm a Carhartt person. Y'all ever heard of Carhartt?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Carhartt.
Never owned anything Carhartt.
Wow.
The one thing
So
from Timberland I love the most, somebody bought me a Timberland watch, and that's like the best. That's like the one thing I like cherish. It was the Timberland watch somebody bought me way back in the day. But
Yeah, man.
yeah, you gotta take care of your feet, bro.
Yeah, you gotta take care of you. The older you get, listen. The older you get, the more you realize you gotta take care of your feet, dog. Feet and your back and your.
Yeah, I was looking the other day, and I'm trying to see who it was on Nick's Twitter, but somebody owns a Hammer and Nails. Do you know what a Hammer and Nails is, Freezy?
No.
Mhm.
It's like you know how women have a spa thing, but they got a spa for men. It's called Hammer and Nails,
Oh, okay, yeah, I've heard of
and
that.
it gets like you can go in and smoke cigars and drink liquor. It's like a whole like dark wood, like manly theme thing.
Yeah, I remember I used to
I
have
think,
I had a pair of lugs that used to look just like Timberlands,
mm,
and they were only like $40-$50.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
But no, yeah. Well, you ever been to sports clips before? No.
You know
I'm
what?
waiting for I'm waiting for one of y'all to say yes so I can cuss y'all out. So
Now, y'all brothers, y'all be picky about your barbers.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah. Very particular.
Somebody messed me up for $9.99. It's my fault.
See, down in Southwest Florida, you got all the Cuban barbers and they're mostly Cubans, Puerto Rican barbers down in Southwest Florida. They usually fade you up pretty good, but I cut my own hair, bro. I've been cutting my own hair for years.
Yeah, I've been cutting my own. But I really do like a Dominican with a razor blade. You know what I mean? That's razor blade or like a real hand blade. You know, one of those little blades and stuff.
Like once every month or two, I'll get a wild hair and just get a nice little fade from somebody. But
yeah,
it's just nice to get in there and get the vibe, and get, like you said, the real razor blade around the ears and on your neck. It's nice.
Yeah.
When them dudes get that single blade razor going, and the hot cream, like shaving cream.
Yeah, man.
And then you got that. Are you guys yes or no on the vibrating hand at the barber?
What's that?
The hand vibrator. You know, them guys that got that.
Yeah.
Never had that.
Yeah, y'all turn that down.
Where's this going?
It's not even an option where I go to.
A lot of barbers have that. I guess I go to different.
But I mean, they're doing what? They're doing on your neck?
Yeah, they they just go across your neck a little bit, but mostly across your shoulders and middle of your back a little bit.
Yeah.
Nah, sorry.
Yeah.
You gotta pay. You pay extra for that, or is it complimentary?
No, they throw it just at the end of your cut. Oh yeah, you want a quick massage?
That's too close. We can talk about deep family issues, but you ain't rubbing my shoulders.
See, that's where I bet you they have that Hammer and Nails, bro.
Yeah.
You know the crazy thing is though, when okay, and this is basically when I was stationed in Korea. The only time I ever got like a massage after
You were stationed
a
in Korea?
haircut. Yeah, twice.
You was in Korea twice.
Yeah, first time was in Camp Stanley, which is closer to the North Korea side.
Yeah.
And then in Camp Casey.
Camp Casey is the most famous, right?
Yeah. But yeah, only time I ever got massage.
When were you over there? It was that like 2000?
Yeah, I went there. The first time was 2001 to 2002.
Right.
The second time was 2004 to 2005.
So they let you get 2 years in between.
Yeah.
So did you go to Germany?
No, after that I went to Afghanistan. Lucky me.
I mean, sometimes they have the scalp massage. It's like part of the, package.
Yeah.
Only time that ever happened was only in the military. And it was female Korean barbers. After they cut your hair, they would, give you like a 5-minute shoulder rub.
Yeah, that's all it is.
And it's like it all was like part of that whole like experience. But I had never even heard or saw anything like that prior to or after.
Wow.
But
That's just very
I don't knock it. I mean, I'm pretty sure that'd be like a dope thing to have. You know what I'm saying? Almost like a all-in-one situation.
Bro. We always late. Black people
like
always late. And
it's like this metal.
Take ownership of it. We
like
created the hand vibrator.
It's like a metal thing, right? It goes on top of the hand. And it's like, and it makes the hand actually like, and he just rubs it across the top of your, it's like a 4 or 5 minutes, like not even. I don't know. It's just...
I bet you do have to smoke a cigar after that.
So y'all ain't never seen that thing I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm saying I just never experienced it. I've seen it on the internet, but not.
I never even saw it before. Yeah, that's the first time hearing anything about that.
No.
Like I said, it sounded like a dope experience. I just never knew anything about it. So I'd definitely look it up, you know what I'm saying, and see like where, you know what I'm saying, where they do it at and what that experience is like for other people.
Yeah, it's actually part of an old classic thing. It was like the old Sears used to sell it. It was the
wow.
Sears vintage 2-speed handheld massage,
Oh, it's 2 speeds on it?
Yeah.
They can hit the turbo button?
Yeah, I guess.
Fritz, in about 3 years, black people gonna say they created that. We created that.
Absolutely.
I never saw Ice Cube at one of those in barbershop.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh man, hot towels probably as far as I'm going.
Yeah, see, like, I don't know, like, it's just part of like the pampering package, Like, are you the kind of men that would get a manicure or pedicure?
You know what? I want to go to a Hammer and Nails and do like the pedicure and
Yeah, I mean that's something I would never knock it till you try, bro. Because that's when I was in my prime, looking like a, hey baby, how you doing? I was like in that mode, just fresh out of college, or I was looking dope all the time. I used to get manicures. I used to get pedicure all the time.
I need to, bro. As a big person, I need to stay getting pedicures. I need to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Man, one time I sat in the chair to do my feet, and I reached over, bro. And when I woke up, shit, I was like, what happened? Because it was like I've been over and like. I'm like, bro, I promise you.
You saw stars and passed out.
Yeah.
The way DSJ was looking all G'd up singing, he looked like he probably had a manicure.
Yeah, he probably,
You know the funny thing is, I never had one. Never had one. I never, but I'm open to the experience. I'm not one of those,
Yeah.
again, when you were younger and raised in in that certain generation
Yeah.
by men, it's like manicure and pedicure. All you needed was some toenail clippers, and that was it. You can move on with the rest of your day. Now, I'd love to experience sitting down in a chair and having somebody do the whole thing, wash your feet and take care of your toenails and all that stuff. I would absolutely be okay with that.
Like I used to have a
DSJ,
man.
DSJ is definitely single. Like he definitely that descriptor right there. DSJ is definitely been single for a while.
What up, bro?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Again, when you raise a certain way, it's just like what I'm saying. That stuff is not in yeah. It's not
Yeah,
it's not in the
it's
repertoire.
yeah.
But
And there was a time where they used to. They say that stuff about dudes that get their ears pierced.
yep,
I got both my ears pierced. I've had it since I was 18, 19 years old. Bro.
I let my holes close up, bro. I shouldn't have, but I did.
See,
same
like,
here.
Yeah.
Like they because back when we were really young, you were only supposed to have one first. It was the left one, you know. Like don't have, if you had the right one, it meant something else, back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
But
yeah, people so
that was
weird,
so dumb, bro. But I got both. My dad's 70. He's got both his ears pierced, bro. You know?
yeah.
So like for me, yeah.
I got my ear pierced in 1984. And so when I got my ear pierced, people like, "You think you Mr. T?"
Yeah. You gonna hang some feathers from your ears? But
People strange, bro.
even now, sometimes if I get dressed up nice and get, I put a couple of stuff, it's part of the, it looks nice to me. I don't know. And all the any woman I've been with, they love when I wore, my ears and stuff.
Yo, I got to ask y'all a question. And one of my family members asked this. My family member said, "Oh, you do the internet stuff?" Like, yeah, I do a little something. So she was like, "This is the question you need to ask the men, and I guarantee you, they're gonna laugh, and then they're not gonna know." I'm like, "You crazy? I ain't asking this." She's like, "Yo, ask them," and I was like, "No, I ain't gonna." She's like, "Ask them." I'm like, "Okay, I'll do it." So the question from one of my younger cousins is this: when's the last time you, as a man, had a six-pack that you could see your abs?
I've never had a full 6-pack. Like I had, because I was always, I was a big running back. I was a 240-pound tailback coming out of high school.
Right.
But I always had the top two.
Yeah.
It was that bottom road. I was
because you probably had a strong core.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, you could feel it under there, but I just had a little bit of but back then, there was a time where in the 70s, and it went a little further into basketball, where football players didn't work out much.
No, they didn't get no real working out.
Yeah, and then like when football,
probably.
Yeah, when football started hitting weights more, you didn't want to have a muscle bound, ripped body. Like you still had to be like just farm strong looking,
flexible. Yeah, that too.
Yeah, and then but like you said, the flexibility and like because even you look at some of the best running backs, the guys with the best, like even like the receiver, like they don't have like
Marshall Falk, Barry Sanders.
Yeah, like you ever see Marshawn Lynch with his shirt off? He looked like a dad bod, you know. But now the lower legs, you know, the legs and that part, you know, they're thick and strong.
I think the reason why my cousin asked me that though is because for some reason I think the ladies have a fetish for the opposite. Like they don't. I think
Yeah.
there's a fetish out there in the world about ladies not liking the dudes with abs.
Yeah, I
Like
used
the
to have a six pack. Now I got a keg.
Yeah, yeah. What's bigger than a keg, bro? I have that, whatever, if it exists. Right?
A barrel. I don't know. I guess that's a keg size. But yeah, no, like I said, I would say I had a 4-pack, but I probably had that when I was like when I played in the Arena League, I was like 275, and I had like 8.5% body fat at that weight.
I think I was there with you. What was your weight?
275.
About 275, 280. I think I was the same in that same place with you, Coach.
Yeah,
Like about 285-ish, something like that.
Yeah,
280, something like that.
Like at that weight, I could still wear size 38 pants.
Yep.
But like the butt and the thighs were a little snug.
I used to get clothes from Hamricks. You ever heard of the store Hamricks?
Yeah.
But Fritz, when's the last time you saw a 6-pack? When's the last time you had ab 6-pack?
Fritz never had one.
Man,
because I think we all had it.
I think I've had times like I've always had like a weird body shape. So I would say like your stomach is like kind of your stomach's flat and not necessarily like
Yeah, 6-packy.
Yeah. I always wanted it, but like nah.
One of the things I learned as I got older is, man, to get that ripped ab look, man, you have to be dehydrated. Did you know that, Coach?
Yep.
Like when you like Hugh Jackman said that look for Wolverine, he couldn't drink water for 36 hours.
Yeah.
He said that in the interview. I never knew that.
Yeah.
I thought that was just
Yeah, your body like
that's not healthy.
Go way up and way down. No.
Yeah, that's not Coach probably know more about health than we do, but yeah, that just don't. Yeah.
I mean, that's what the bodybuilders do.
Yeah.
So they go like right before a show and then they like get dehydrated for the show.
And then let me ask y'all another question. And I don't know, because I think everybody is in a different place in terms of the ladies, right? Like wherever you are, and I'm not asking you to do something that's going to compromise where you are, right? But do you feel as comfortable now with the ladies with the way that you look now as opposed to then when, say, a few years ago, like when you were 25?
I mean, I'm sorry, no, you asked for Fritz, my bad.
No, you go right ahead.
No, it's like, here's the thing. At the age I'm at now, you turn the corner at a certain age. It's probably anywhere between 35 and 40 for some guys, depending on their status in their life, whatever level of success they have in their career or life. They've had a marriage or not, I don't know, whatever. But you get this, I don't give a you know what about what anyone thinks vibe anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like you start to, because when you're in your 20s, teen years and 20s and early 30s, you always care what people like like
Right.
your image a little bit and like how people are gonna react to you. But then you get to a certain stage where like, I don't care what you think. I'm gonna say what
Right.
I gotta say. I'm gonna let you know how I feel. Whatever. I don't
Right.
need you, you know. So like as a man, when you start getting in that mindset, and then you go through some stuff, the heartbreaks, the success, the having someone fall head over heels for you, and vice versa. you get that confidence in yourself and what you stand on, 10 toes, and you know you're kind of set in what you know, just confidence and just not giving a crap, just. And when you start giving off that vibe to a female in a way that's not disrespectful, but you just have a sense of just confidence, and it's not going to bother you one bit of whether she's into you or not. If you're into me, that's great. We'll have a great time. If not, I'll just move on. So when you start having that, where you don't seem as eager, as maybe you were when you were young.
Thirsty.
Like, yeah. You remember them thirst years, like when you were at the club, I got to get home with someone tonight, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care. You have that, like you trying so hard all the time. So physically, there was a time in my life where I was blessed. I was a football player. I was a decent looking guy, an Italian guy, and I had a good physique, and I was athletic. I could sing a little bit and dance. And I used to be able to just take off my shirt and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know what I'm saying? I didn't even have to have much game. I got by on traditional what chicks want in a guy, look wise.
Right.
But then marriage and kids and chubbiness and dad chub and
Right.
getting old and getting out of shape and grays are coming in and
Right.
all that stuff goes away. And now I gotta charm someone's pants off now. So I gotta make them smile, make them laugh, and, tell them I know my way around the female form a little bit.
Yeah, you
Let them know about my skills and whatnot.
Right.
They break it down to them a little. When you start getting that, like that part, it's very similar to like an athlete, like where you have that athlete when he first goes into the league, he's getting by on athleticism.
Right.
He can do anything. He's fast. He's strong. He can make some mental mistakes and make up for it because he's fast as hell.
Right.
But then, like when he's at the end of his career, he can't move like he used to. But he knows exactly what the quarterback's doing on this next play. So
Right.
he can make up for that physical inability by making the mental rep where he can anticipate something happening before, so he ain't got to make up. He makes up for his physical limitations. So that's what it's like for men. Like as we get older, we may not be as physically fit and as good looking as maybe we used to when we were younger, but we sure know how to treat a lady. We know what you want to hear.
Right.
You know what you want to eat, what you want to taste. What show you want to go to.
Right.
What park you want to go see. What music you want to hear. Pull out the chair for you. Open the door. Just little things that we took for granted when we were younger. You know what I'm saying? Like you remember them things when you get older.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because respect and adulthood comes into play.
What do the single dudes say to the ladies now when you see them face to face?
You didn't look at their profile before you looked them up?
Yeah. What's your
Nah,
Insta?
I'm not talking about the swipers. I'm not talking about the swipers. I'm talking about like if you single rated mingle, you know what I'm saying? If you by yourself and you see exhibit A out there and you're like, hey, wow.
What's your body count?
Yeah.
That's what they be saying now, bro.
What's your credit score?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What was
He
that?
said, look at my reds. Look at my reds.
Yeah.
Yo, look at my profile. Like, I don't know.
Link in bio.
Link in bio, right? And the paywall, PayPal, and yeah.
Yeah, bro.
And you're like, golly, man. I've been so over the past month, I may have been out like 3 times, right? So Columbia area, Florence area, and Fayetteville area, right? I've been out just like, cruising, minding my business, just whatever. And I noticed that people don't really talk to each other like that in the spots no more. Like, you know, like there was a time like 20 years ago, you go in the spot and you'll see like a couple over here talking in the corner, couple over there, people at the bar. But now, like, I was in I get Columbia and Florence, and I'm like, yo, all these people in here, and ain't nobody really macking.
On that phone action.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Still-
Did you notice that when we were together and when I checked y'all out in Fayetteville?
No, because the crowd was older, so there was interaction. The fellas would actually talk to females in there and stuff like that.
Right.
So
Right.
there was definitely a different vibe.
Right.
I didn't see anybody, talking about let me get your IG.
Yeah.
Yeah, these kids can't talk. Like they don't have that social part.
No, what they have is Siri. Hey Siri, what do I say to this baddie across the room?
Right.
Mhm.
Tell her you'll get her food out.
Yeah. Like, hey, well, here's the other thing, and then this is something I've joked around and talked about with, when I was a high school football coach, especially. You talk to these young fellas that think, they're God's gifted women. You know what I'm saying? Because they're hooking up with all these girls and blah blah blah. They all talking about it, and so some of them were talking about like, oh, I got game. I'm like, bro, y'all ain't got no game today, bro. They get instant gratification nowadays, bro. They ain't gotta wait for nothing.
No.
Like back when we were younger, and I hate to be like an old head and sound like this.
That's what you sound like right now, though. But I like it. But I like it. So,
like, if we needed to see a titty, we had to work for it, bro. Like, there wasn't no internet or a cell phone. Like, if you were lucky, you had some guy like dad that had a Playboy or a penthouse under the kitchen sink. Or under the bathroom sink, or something. And like, oh, he got a nudie magazine.
you got to put it back exactly the same way.
Yeah. or there's some channels higher up, the cable ones that had the scramble, and you look at it, ooh, you see the nipple.
Yeah.
Like, or you got the old J.C. Penney or Sears catalog, the bra section. Like that. That was our way of like almost seeing a naked, like it was hard work to actually see a naked woman, and now it's like nothing. to them, and especially the girls nowadays, because there's so much social pressure to like compete with other girls that are showing stuff and putting out and being little fast asses, you know, like, you know, all you got to do is send a smiley face and a poop emoji to a girl, and the next picture she's sending you her damn naked booty. She sent it
Coach.
to you like it's nothing, just giving it to her.
I ain't gonna, bro. I was in a place. I know y'all never been. I know y'all never been to Columbia, South Carolina, right? But I was in a place, and a dude, like, I'm legit, because my blood sugar was low, so I just went to the bar to get orange juice, right? And so I heard a dude say, "Hey, I'm trying to figure out what that tongue do."
Just like, who says that?
He just
And then
said
they
it across
actually
the-
answered. And they answered. Yeah.
What the?
Well, if
On
you,
the streets.
like when I was young, yeah, you had to work just to like you had to like figure out, like, do a dance routine with your boy, write a love song, a poem, like tell him you loved him for like 4 or 5 months, and you might grab a boob
On a field
You're
trip.
lucky. On a field trip, yeah. Like if you're lucky, like, or if you went to the pool and she grinded on you a little bit, like, that was like the biggest deal in the world. But like now,
and if your homeboys didn't see it, it never happened. Fact. This is just from my upbringing. Like if you ain't have witnesses, if you didn't have a witness, nothing ever happened if you didn't have a witness, bro.
I tried to stay out of trouble. You
I
know,
know.
like no, like you don't understand. Like my cousins, you know what I mean. My family is very religious, but my cousins were on one. Every time we go out, sometimes they'd be like, "Yo, first you gotta go home because we know your dad gonna kill us."
Right.
But they was on one. They they got stories, man. They got stories.
They
Even
sent you home because they wanted to make sure that they had the even playing field. Because if you stayed around, they knew they wasn't going to get no females. It's all
them,
right.
You,
It's all right to admit this.
you know what I
there it is.
mean? But by the time I was like a teenager, because they lived in Brooklyn, but as they became teenagers, they moved down south, and then I was the northerner who would come visit them, and then the girls be like, "Oh, he's from up north."
That's all you got to tell them.
Yeah, but yeah, they crazy. Now they got way too many kids. Now they got way too many kids.
Even now though, like even now in a contemporary sense where it's just like whatever age group you're in, I think 40 to 60 is the same age group. I think 20 to 30 is the same age. But that's me, right? Whatever age group you in, I know there is a level of mature ladies in your age group. Like if you 23 and you meet a woman that's 29, she's gonna be like light years more mature than you,
Yeah,
right? Or at least
yeah.
it seems that way, right? Like if
Mhm.
you're 50 and you meet somebody that's 60, she's gonna be light years more mature than you, right? And it don't seem like that, right? But even when you talk to them, like when you the Lone Ranger, like when you occupy, like with me, with me, I already know I ain't messing around on Mo. I'm just coming in here having a good time, hanging out, whatever it is, right? Even when you're the Lone Ranger, like myself, when you just go and kick it, you ain't going. The ladies will be like, "Yo, men don't buy women drinks no more," and I'm like, "See, this is where men get caught. caught in that thing where I understand where you're coming from and you're right, but I'm married, right? And then so if I start buying drinks for the ladies at the club, this thing get back to Mo, and now, you know, things be weird.
Mhm.
You know what
Now,
I'm saying?
yeah, now you're sleeping in the Navigator. Like you can't be doing that.
But I know the ladies are right, though. I know the ladies are right. Like, yo, these used to be icebreakers. Like, you could buy somebody a drink and then have conversation over that,
Mm.
right? Like this is our starting point. Like the starting point was buy me a drink, and you gotta make me like you before this drink is finished. And
Yep.
and if I don't like you by the time this drink is finished, I such and such, man, have a good night. Okay, yeah, thank you.
Thanks for the drink.
Mm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I-
But now,
Mm.
now
I was
things
never
are-
into that though. I was never into it. You know what? I like legit buy people drinks and just don't. And just have them wonder. They'll make their way over.
that's because your game is tight, bro.
You want to hear something crazy? I swear, I'm not just saying this for the content. I've never bought a woman a drink.
Get the fuck.
I swear, it's not like I've never bought a woman a drink. Like it's never been a situation where like, hey, baby, let me buy that girl a drink over there. Like I've never. It's maybe been a situation where like we're on a table, I buy a round, or like I'll buy a pitcher for the table. You know,
Yeah.
I've never, because like I went from a college athlete, which when I was playing football in college, I really didn't go to the bars to like pick up girl. Like it was like you went to a frat party or you was at a party on campus or something,
Okay.
and you didn't really have to like buy a drink, you know, for a lady. It was just the drinks were there. I
Right.
went and got a drink. Hey, let me get you a drink. You know?
Right.
But and then when I got old enough, or I met my ex-wife and everything, I was never like in that vibe where I was meeting chicks at a club or bar where it was a drink buying situation. It was just like he was already throwing down on the dance floor. It was already like the drink phase was already
Right.
gone. Yeah, it just never worked out. I don't know. I mean, I would not to be. I've done other stuff like here, take this. Yeah. The ecstasy thing, and I was in that phase for a minute. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I've done that.
Right.
I've done that stuff with girls and stuff.
Right.
But
You have ecstasy in the box.
ecstasy in the box.
That was before it was like a.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I'm like,
they used to have wafers. They were like wafers before they made.
yeah,
pills.
they used to. Yeah, it used to be a. It used to come in some kind of weird box before.
Yeah.
Before they became like just an open drug.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I used to go to them raves and everything, bro, when it first was a thing. I remember I took roofies like voluntarily. Like like roofies didn't used to be roofies. Like
Right.
it was Rohypnol or it was you knew a friend that had some, and it was like you would take one and you can drink a 6-pack and it'll feel like you drank a damn keg by yourself.
Oh wow.
And you'd forget though, that's how it became roofies, because from taking them just for recreation yourself,
Right.
you'd wake up the next day and you'd have a Burger King bag in your room. I remember going to Burger King.
Right.
Like,
Wow.
we went to Burger King last night. I don't know. Did we? But yeah, man, it's a half-eaten Whopper over here.
Oh wow.
Like, what? We went to Burger King. I don't remember. So like, that's what that was great about our age and our generation. We were like the guinea pig generation. Like all the things that are going on right now, like we we worked it all out,
Right.
Like in like there ain't no drug except for when they were doing these bath salts and crap. Weird.
Yeah.
But there ain't no new drug on the market. Like, I mean, I guess what's the newest drug? Like crystal meth? I don't know. But that's been around forever too. They used to call it crank back in the day. Like that was the old Harley's Angels drug. The old bikers used to make it. Like it's biker crank. That's what they used to call it. Like
what?
Yeah, bro. Like crystal. Like if you think about drugs, have been around for like what's the newest drug that's come out?
I don't know.
Nothing's new. Everything's been around. So there's nothing like this new generation is gonna do or have that ain't been done as far as the party scene goes. Like there's not some new. I mean, yeah, there's a couple new alcohol, maybe drinks or whatever.
Right.
But it's just alcohol's alcohol. Weed is weed. Coke is Coke.
Right.
Like, all these things been around forever.
Right.
I mean, how do you think all the best music ever has been made? Jazz and all them dudes were on heroin. Y'all seen Ray?
Yeah.
Shoot.
Any biopic, bro. Basically.
Yeah. It's like everybody. Yeah, like you ever seen that Dewey Cox story movie?
Yeah.
When he went through all them things.
That dude is hilarious, bro.
Don't you smoke that, Dewey. It'll rot your brain. He's like, it'll makes you hungry, makes everything taste really good, and makes you laugh. And I kind of want to try it. He's like,
yeah. That came out after Talladega Nights, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was that? Tim Meadow, the brother from he used to be on. He was on Saturday Night Live, wasn't he? One time.
Yeah.
That movie was hilarious. But no, man. Like, so anyway, what I'm getting at is, like, buying a woman a drink is the same status as like the dude that's got. Because there was a time where girls. Oh, you got some cocaine? Like there was some party girls, you know what I'm saying? Like if you had something, like that's what's crazy. Like now, girls today, it's like now clout is like the new drug. Like if you're popular in some way on social media, or it's just such a weird vibe now with that, man.
Yeah, man. It's
like these fake famous people, bro, they're famous for nothing. Like, look at now, God bless them. They're business women and they're millionaires and whatever. But basically, all the Kardashians and the two Jenner girls, they better worship the ground Kim walked on that she made that video with Ray J.
Yeah.
Because they literally got noticed and popular and their show got started because of that. Period. A sex tape.
Hey, man.
And now, God bless them, they ran with it.
They made something of it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The rest of them are like the fact it ain't new that women become famous or popular because they're sexy as hell. I mean, it's not a new thing. But now it's like over the top.
It's like, yeah, they'd be like, "Oh, I have an OnlyFans," and they like out here letting people know. It's like you know if you did something sketchy, like you ain't want nobody to know what you done there.
Yeah, bro. It's
I
like
heard them
even
OnlyFans pages pay though, bro. I heard they paid, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I
Like,
thought about creating me an OnlyFans, bro.
bro, I'm telling like you should. I guarantee you
But
make a
it's weird though because as soon as people you don't want to, as soon as you make an OnlyFans page and then dudes start showing up, you like
bro. You should make one called the diabetic foot
the diabetic foot.
only feet. You know what I'm saying? Only put on OnlyFans. Just film your foot.
Just
Film your
yeah.
diabetic feet and like take a picture of you stepping in some jello and like make a video like today I'm stepping in pudding. You never gotta show your face or nothing. There'll be some
Get
people
out of here.
that, bro, there'll be some people that sign up for it, man. I'm telling you.
You have Freezy walk around Savannah. Freezy.
Bro,
You
yeah,
can call it Uncle Feetsy.
bro. I'm tatted up though. So I'm tatted up. People gonna yeah.
Even on your feet. Just do
Nah, no.
from your swollen ankles down. That's all you gotta
From my
film
swollen
that.
ankle on down, man. Just
That's it, bro.
making $80 a week. Guaranteed.
The diabetic foot fetish, bro. I guarantee there's people that have it, bro.
Oh my gosh, bro. That's crazy.
There's women on there showing their feet making
but
millions.
but they proud though. Like that's the big difference. Is like back in the day, like you may
Yeah.
find out. Like eventually you'll find out a girl. She's like, yo, I might got some stuff out there.
Yeah. Now,
It's
like
a
porn
secret.
stars
You don't
are
want to.
like,
But now they send you the link. Now they send you the link.
yeah, like porn stars are like social media, podcasts.
Mm.
That's a whole other thing, you know.
Yo, speaking of that, like, no, I know I tell y'all this story all the time, but just if we can just imagine, like, for new viewers, right? So long time ago, man, about 30 years ago, I'm fighting in Texas, Golden Glove, a Golden Glove run up, and on the other side of the hotel is the run up to the Miss Texas pageant. So you got a whole bunch of dudes on this side, a whole bunch of athletes on this side, like 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 on this side. And then on the other side, you got a whole bunch of people in the Miss Texas run up. They 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, whatever, trying to be Miss Texas, right? I meet this girl. We have a conversation, coach, and she legit like, I'm embarrassed, and I'm like, and I'm hollering at her like, yo, like, look at this. This is Uncle Freezy, girl. We sitting on. Y'all know how the water fountains have the stone ledge to it, where you can sit around. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. The water fountain inside the hotel, like or whatever, and they have the big base around it or whatever. So we sitting on that, and we just talking. And she's like, I'm embarrassed because they have my glossies in a bikini. And now that I say glossies, coach, I feel old as a motherfucker. Yo, she's like, but they have my glossies in my bathing suit. And I'm like, yo, ain't nobody gonna marry you now because your stuff out there is in the world. She's like, yo, you serious? Men they ain't gonna dig. Hey man, they got your pictures of you in the bathing suit. You may as well be in Playboy, right? This is how we thought back then. Now you can do whatever you want, bro. You can do, Fritz. You can do whatever you want, bro. People don't care. Ray J was on the Cam Newton show talking about taking showers with dudes. Did y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ray J was what? Coach, you said Ray J was wilding, right?
It's crazy. Well, you know, remember how we
join? Why can't I join?
Like, remember how we was talking about? This is how we. I mean, it's great that we can go down these rabbit holes and get sidetracked. So,
I mean, well,
good brothers and good conversation. I was gonna bring this up earlier because DSJ remind me of like men. We were brought up to be like this and do this. And then eventually, like, they used to make a big deal of men shouldn't have long hair. And then, they did the long hair thing. Then, like, men shouldn't have earrings. Then you snuck up with an earring.
Men ain't supposed to cry. Remember that? Men ain't supposed
to cry, man. And then, like, there's all these men don't do this. Real men don't do this. Real men don't that. Now, this is and I've always bucked all those trends up until this point.
Right.
Because I cry when I watch movies. I get emotional. I get, even sports moments, and whether it's on a personal level or like anything inspirational, I get cheered up.
Right.
I got 2 earrings. I used to get manis and petties at one time.
Right.
But now, these young bucks, they starting to do some weird stuff, man, that I've never had it. Like, I've never been like, all right, be yourself. I'm all for that.
Right.
Being expressive. But now it's like these dudes are painting their fingernails. They wearing like some fashion that's kind of like dressing, like dresses,
and they normalizing it, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's like
you don't wear a pocketbook across the body.
Yeah, like wearing like there's a fine line between a satchel and a straight up purse, bro. like
and like I was watching a vlog the other day. It was Michael Porter Jr. and he straight up went out. You know how your mama had her big old purse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a Gucci, like a mama's big old purse.
Gucci,
and he's like, purse. This is hard. He said, yo, this is hard.
Yeah. He probably had some wet wipes in there. Come here, baby.
He probably got Vaseline and a sewing kit. You know what I'm saying? A purse with some change in it.
But here's the thing. This is what made me turn around. Like, because remember Coach Brown from, he's got a podcast. I mean, he's got a YouTube show now. Jason Brown from Last Chance U. He ain't afraid to speak up on some stuff. He had a whole thing about this, and he ain't afraid. He calls people, oh, that's gay, and this. He's all Mr. Man, I mean, I'm a real man, bro, and it comes down to this: women are all right with it. They like it.
Yeah, they like it.
A lot of women like it now. So you know what? If women are into it,
dudes are gonna do it. If the women like it, dudes are gonna do it.
Yep. So it's the opposite of gay. It's guys that have the balls to go a little bit out of their comfort zone and express themselves in a different way they never expressed themselves before.
Bro, I heard a dude was in a perfect place, and his girl was like, yo, eat this right here. And he's like, nah, man, I don't want to eat because we might get kicked out of here. And she's like, eat it. He's like, am I gonna get the noonie? I'll give you some noonie if you eat it. He ate the thing, and now the world has never been the same. You know what I'm saying? You like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Drake
like I said,
bro, yo, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you, y'all know how I keep it a stack, right? I'm not like Fat Joe. I don't believe in lying on the internet, right? I don't believe in lying on the internet just to get viewers. But I was with my pops, right? True story. I got hit by a baseball. That man stood over me, told me I better not cry. He gave me a mouthful of candy and whatever. And I put that candy out of my mouth and I did not cry. About the same month, later on in that month, right? we heard the thing go off, a mousetrap. We lived in Jersey City because we had to have mousetraps, right? Mousetrap go off. My father like, hey, go take that mousetrap. I'm like, no, Jim, I'm scared of the mousetrap now. I mean, I ain't scared of much, but the mousetrap, hey, you ain't get ready. I'll take the beating for that. So me and Jim go to the mousetrap, right? The mouse is in the trap. The mouse was whatever, right? My father legit picks up the mousetrap to take the mouse out, and the trap flips over and traps his thumb.
Oh.
And the look in his eye, I can see the tear, but he got the look. You know how babies do the little mouth with their mouth before you know how the babies be like, his mouth was doing that, and the tear. And I looked at Jim. I was like, don't you better not cry. Like, mind you, I'm like 8. This man like 30. This man like 32 years old. And I look at you, you you bet not. I look at my father legit. It's like, I'm a man. I'm not gonna cry. And he take that mousetrap off his hand now, drops the mouse and the mousetrap, and go in the bathroom. Right? And I'm like, hey, what you doing in the bathroom? He's like, and I know his ass went in that bathroom and cried, bro. I know he went in that bathroom and cried. But this is like in the late 70s, whatever, like in the era, like the Bad News Bears era, like, yeah, like y'all remember how the kids used to talk to Butterworth? Y'all remember that? Anybody? That's legit how kids used to be in that era. And so he come out the bathroom smoking a cigarette, like eyes all red. I'm like, hey man, you all right? Yeah, I'm all right. That trap can't do nothing to me. I'm made out of steel and diesel fuel. I'm like, okay. But why you had to go in there and close the door and lock it? You know what I'm saying? You was gone like 20 minutes, dog. Like, yeah, that mouse trap can't do nothing to me. Get that mouse off the floor.
Gotta get it all out.
I saw a mouse trap damn near bring a grown man to his knees, bro.
Hey,
That ain't never happened to you. Ain't no way y'all gonna tell me that y'all ain't never see a grown man get doinked one time. Like maybe he scratched his knuckles, turning a wrench or something, and he tried to hold it in. Oh, you ain't never raked your knuckles trying to tighten up something?
Hell yeah, or stub your damn pinky toe on something when you go around the corner in the house.
Oh.
My uncle broke his toe and refused to go to that. My uncle broke his toe on my auntie brand new coffee table. And he told her, he was like, yo, somebody gonna hurt theyself on this coffee table, because it was a nice coffee. It had the claw feet. Y'all remember the claw feet that used to come on stuff?
Yep.
Somebody is gonna hurt theyself. He didn't say it in those words. He said it in 70s words. And then plus it's a preacher present. So I don't want to say what he said. But he said, somebody is going to get over this pretty coffee table. Man, we spent the night over there. And now this is her brother, not her husband. So it's my auntie, his husband and wife, my uncle, not my auntie, but it was my auntie, her husband, my uncle, his wife. He was from out of town and all that stuff. And us over there, we staying over there tonight, just having a family thing. And in the middle of the night, I'm up. Y'all remember when TV used to go off like 3 o'clock in the morning? So I'm up watching the Late Show. And my uncle comes through stumbling over kids because we made these things called pallets. Fritz, y'all ever had to make pallets on the floor for the kids to sleep on? No? Okay.
Make them.
So he dodging little kids, and all you hear is BAM! And all you hear, that man, and he was a Marine. He was about 6'7". He was a former Marine. That man hit his toe. BAM! Oh! It sounded like a wolf was in the living room, bro. That man fell on the couch. And we went over there like the little kids scared, like waking up, rubbing their eyes. I went over there and I saw that man toe throbbing. And I was
Like Jim Brown, I'm gonna get you, you sucker.
like,
Yeah.
bro,
My
My onion.
that man toe was purple like Prince, bro. And he was like, don't lie. My aunt came in the air, right? Come in. Fool, what's wrong with you? He's stretched out on the chair, like, oh. My aunt was a nurse at the, she looked, she's like, oh, Lee, you done broke your toe. Like, it ain't broke. Like, oh no, baby, you gotta go to the hospital. Your toe is broke. Now, listen, medical people don't need machines and all that. They can look at because they got so much experience, they can look at it and tell you exactly what it is on the spot, right? For the most part. That man's toe was about double the size it normally is, and it was purple, bro. And it was so tender to the touch. Every time somebody walked by it, that man was like, oh. And they tried to get that man to go to the hospital. And Fritz, you know what he did? That man legit walked down 3 flights of stairs, sat on the porch, and smoked a cigarette. That was his dedication. In the middle of the morning, now this is Jersey City, 3 o'clock in the morning, he downstairs, got his foot, because now mind you, he like 6, this dude is OG Anunoby's height, right? Downstairs with his foot, the foot throbbing. Coach, you ever broke a bone?
I've had a hairline like fracture, but not like a complete broken bone.
Bro, that man
I've done it
broke
a few times.
Bro, Fritz, you know the feeling of a broken toe, bro?
Yeah. Broken ankle. I tell you, when I messed my knee up, that's the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. That's like, I was by myself. I inverted my knee. So think of bending your knee the opposite way at work in a private area. So like, there's nobody. There's nobody there. There isn't gonna be anybody for another day.
Nobody?
And I literally had to. Nah. So like my knee was
nobody twins, nobody. Wow.
So like my knee is going the wrong way,
Oh my!
and I had to like put it back the right way, and then walk out 3 blocks to my car. Like that's some craziness.
I know you had to smoke a cigarette after that, bro. I know you had to smoke a cigarette after that.
Man, I was so messed up. I went home. I literally crawled into the bed, and then I woke up like 3 hours later, and I just felt just pain, just pain.
Like the pain woke you up. Like you ever did the pain?
Like it was just pain everywhere. Like it was just pain, and then I had to find a way to get to the doctor. Though that's crazy,
bro. I'm telling, bro. Yo, that right there is scary. My uncle, though, when my uncle hit his toe on that thing, he let out a thing, Fritz. I was like, it was the most scary thing I ever heard in my life. Because my uncle is tough. You know what I'm saying? He Vietnam vet. He done been in wars. He kind of like most vets. He done been places, don't want to talk about it. All this type of stuff, man, whatever you went through, blah, blah, blah. We keep it locked in, internal, don't talk about stuff. But I didn't know then that was a thing, right? Like I didn't know. People used to call it shell shocked. But anyway, that man hit his toe, bro, and he let out this scream. I was so scared, bro. I was so
Hey, what's up, fellas? Was it the scream from like Tom and Jerry when Tom gets hit by like a bat?
Yes. On his hand or something? Yeah.
Oh, so, like,
Bro,
when you find out your threshold for pain, like when you find out where that limit is, it
bro.
changes your perspective.
Yeah. Hey, but Fritz, you know what that man did though? I looked at it. You know what I did though? When he hit his toe and he fell back on the chair, Coach, guess what the first thing I did, bro?
What?
I went to him and looked him in his eyes and said, "You better not cry." Right? Because that when you back in those generations, that's what you taught. Be a man, suffer like a pig instead of going to get help. Right? That's the generation. Be tough. I know you got a broken bone. Push it back together.
Yeah,
Why?
that's what they did, man.
Why? When you could just go to the hospital and just get it fixed?
They didn't have insurance.
Man,
Pro-
nope.
Probably.
Yo, that's
Oh,
that's my sounds like my
Gotta
dad.
fill out paperwork.
Sounds like my
Look at
dad.
that paper off my face. I'll do it myself.
right. See, that's the thing. Like like my uncle had insurance because he worked for Exxon and he was a veteran. But at the same time, I think the paperwork part is, you know what I'm saying, with the scary part to them at that time. At that time, that's probably more what it was. You gotta go to the man so he can fix you. And you like, I don't want nobody to know I'm soft.
How much alcohol do I consume? Man, that's my personal. You know what? Get this out my face. I got it.
Oh, wait. E. Gibson said he had a kid. Bro, bro, no lie. I saw my cousin cry with a kidney stone. He's like,
Ooh.
just the only time you could cry.
Yeah, I've seen people have to pass one, and they
Don't
are
don't
in
remind me,
worlds of
bro.
pain, just
Don't
writhing
remind me,
and
bro.
rolling on the ground,
Yep.
and it's just like, oh, the worst I've ever felt was I broke my ankle.
Oh.
But ironically, I've had ankle sprains that felt worse. If that
Yep.
makes
Me
sense.
too. Me too. Me too.
So I broke my ankle maybe think senior year of high school. Broke my ankle. You know when you see wrestling on TV, you think you could do it in real life.
Yeah.
You think you could do the moves. It didn't turn out too well, and my ankle was going in one direction, and my body was going in another. But at that age, you bounce back quick.
You bounce back quick, bro.
Yeah.
Probably had a cast on for 2 months, and I don't know how I bounced back after like 2 months of a cast, but at those ages, it's a little bit different. If that happened to me now, I'd be out for a year.
Dre, I ain't gonna lie, I broke my hip bone and the bone, your thigh bone, the part that go into your it's on this side. So the part that go
Socket.
into your hip. Yep. So I
Yeah.
broke that and the femur and the hip and all of that all at once, right? In a lot of pain, right? But it was like a numb pain, like it hurt, but it was like a buzzing pain. Like I guess my adrenaline had kicked in or whatever.
Yeah.
I got grazed. I got a bullet graze on my shin, right? So I got a bullet graze on my shin. It's still considered being, whatever, right? The worst pain the 2 times I had pain that I legit was like, God, take me now. Ankle sprain and a toothache. I had a toothache so bad one time, bro. I was like, yo, just take me to the upper room, bro.
I'm thankful I've never had the toothaches because I know people who've been through that. And it's like, it usually, for people, it usually happens around age 28 to like 32. And once those like wisdom teeth grow in or they don't grow in correctly,
Right.
it just pushes everything out of whack.
Yep.
And now like the whole half of your face is just screwed up.
Yep.
And you just stuck and you just have to deal with it until it goes away. And then it comes back later on.
Yep.
But the ankle sprains, you could sprain the same ankle a million times if it feels worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
Done it. Yeah. Yeah.
I had an ankle sprain. I had my foot up for my ankle to heal, like right after leaving the doctor. And my grandmother had one of those muumuus you wear in the house. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the grandma house coat thing. And that
Mhm.
and that thing touched my ankle, and I cussed that bitch. This is my grandmother, and she's like, "What you say?" I was like, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry."
I was gonna say the first time I sprained my ankle, I had to been like maybe 12 or 13 years old, and I thought I was gonna die.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
They brought my mom to school early because it was after like gym, and they brought me to like a little hospital, and they
Yeah.
gave me crutches, and they gave me all like I guess they did like X-rays and all that, and there was nothing wrong with me. But
Yeah.
it felt like I was gonna die that day. I felt like you might as well just amputate my leg.
Just go ahead, take it, bro.
Get in a wheelchair.
Yeah, bro. I'll be a pirate.
Oh,
Bro.
they made me leave with crutches. That's how bad it
Yeah.
was. And of course, at that age, you bounce back. 5 days later,
Right.
I'm out there just acting like
You
nothing
good.
happened.
Yep. Yep.
Hey
Yep.
Dre, you know why you were unsuccessful with that wrestling move though? You didn't have a commentator screaming "Stone Cold, Stone Cold." So when you don't have that in your corner, these things
Hey,
can happen from time to time.
it,
Dre
it
didn't have
wasn't
his
it
theme
wasn't
music.
me that did the move. They tried to like he tried to hit me with like a tripping move, and like my body weight landed in one way, and my leg was already stuck and pinned in another way, and it just yeah, it was. But in my mind, I was like, JR, son of a bitch.
Yep. Yep. I sprained my ankle like maybe like 5 times in my life. The first one was in the city. You like I don't know if it's like this in Brooklyn, but in Jersey City, every now and then the cement will be jutted like this, uneven, like from a tree root or something. And I stepped on that thing, bro, and my foot was like turned away, and I fell the opposite way, like what Dre said.
Oh,
And all my friends, like Frederick and them, was like, "Oh!" Soon they saw it, they was like, "Oh!" Because they knew what it was, man. I laid down on that thing. I didn't cry though, because even then you can't cry in front of your homeboys, bro, because they'll call you a punk for the rest of your life.
man.
You know?
Speaking of injuries, I was watching a football game tonight. I believe the Ravens were playing, and like, dude, his knee went the wrong way, and he tore his ACL and MCL. Like you saw it on one. I don't know. Like you saw his knee literally buckle and then turn the wrong direction, and then he fell on his back, and he tried to lift his leg up, and his leg, like the lower half of his leg was moving at like a 60-degree angle compared to like,
Oh, that happened. That happened to me with my hip though. Like,
oof.
legit, my foot was laying flat on the surface like that, right? And I
The
was trying to
only
straighten it up,
Ain't,
and I was trying to
ain't
straighten it
nothing
up.
like it.
the
Ain't
only
nothing
thing
like it.
worse is
Like,
screwing up that
Yeah,
patella
no.
tendon. If that
mm,
patella tendon goes,
yeah.
a patella injury is worse than an Achilles, bro.
I don't know. My thing, like they misdiagnosed mine because my knee like inverted,
Oof.
and then by the time I like saw the second doctor, oh he's nah that didn't happen. He said nah you fine like that ain't happen. Like I explained to him, he said nah that you maybe you imagined you did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was trying.
And
You was trying to get
nah,
workers comp. You was
I was
trying to
trying
get
to get
work.
workers
Like,
comp.
well, how did it
Yeah,
happen? Did you
workers
like
comp
take a
doctors are the worst,
misstep?
bro.
How did it happen? First, did you like take a misstep? Like you
I took
took
a
a step and
misstep
it
at
was
work and like it was
yeah.
almost like my knee detached and twisted up, and like the worst part of it is that the ligament stretched out,
Yeah.
and like
Mm.
everybody's like, oh no, usually like people's legs snap, and he's like your leg didn't want to snap, so
A ligament
everything
is
just got
worse than a
stretched out,
bone.
and
A ligament
the
is worse than
ligaments
a
got
bone.
caught, the ligaments kind of got
Oof.
caught going back in, so my knees has never been like
Oh,
right
so
after that.
you basically dislocated your knee.
Yeah.
for like a split second.
Dislocated. You know, it came all the way out.
Oh,
Dislocated
When it went back,
before the ligaments and stuff. Yeah. Ooh.
yeah.
ooh. And
They
then
said they're like, yo, this is that like your knee is never gonna be the same. Like your, they said, like, yo, if you snapped your leg like Sean Livingston, that would have been better.
yeah,
That would have been
because
better than
bones heal and get stronger. Ligaments don't ever come back 100%.
yeah.
Nah.
So they're like,
You
oh,
had to
when you
replace
eventually
them.
get a new knee, you gotta redo
The
you gotta
whole thing.
redo a whole bunch. Yeah.
Yeah. Dang, bro. Oof.
And now Fritz is a pimp because he has a limp.
Yeah, you gotta.
No, you know what? It took me a couple years. It's stupid, but they rushed me back to work.
Of course.
Like
Of
3 weeks.
course, because they don't care. They
No,
don't
I was
value their
back to work in a
employees.
month, and
A month after that?
man,
Good Lord.
about 6 weeks. 6 weeks. I went back, no surgery. I had to fight like a year and a half of like working that knee out. It eventually got pretty good, but like a couple years later, that's when the
Got it.
issues start coming.
Uh,
I would walk around. I'd be like working. I'd be walking around at work. You know how you know if you're like sat down, your knee go to sleep. My knee would go to
yeah,
sleep when I was walking.
Yep.
it's lack of blood flow
Because
to
lack of
it.
blood flow. Yep.
So,
And
like,
yeah,
it's like the only way, like, I guess is,
yeah,
lighten the load as much as you can, cause
yeah.
like,
And some nights like my knee would come apart. It would like detach in my sleep.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
depending
it's
on the
like
position you lay in, it'll go
yeah,
into
you
a rested state, and
strong.
then it'll get loose
I,
again.
rest- I remember, you know how like don't put your foot over the bed. Like I went to sleep with my foot over the bed, and I woke up my knee inverted because I
Oh,
wasn't paying attention.
you ever considered wearing like compressions for the knee?
Um, I'm so beyond that. It's been like now it's at like 20 years,
Oh, it's
but
been
now
that
it's just
long.
like, but they're like honestly like uh 10 years, like good 10 years before they like gave me like an honest like assessment, and they're like, oh, your knee is gonna get so bad that you're not gonna be able to walk.
Oh,
And then like they're like, when you get that bad, come back and see me.
and then they're probably gonna replace the whole knee.
Yeah, they like replace the knee. We're gonna replace the knee, get your ligaments, but we're not gonna do it at that time because they're like, oh, you're just way too active. You're too young. You're too active. You play sports all the time. You do salsa all the time. You're like out and about. Like I'm not gonna replace it at 25 years old, and you're gonna be back here at 28 years old.
To replace it again.
Yeah, because they're like you're just gonna overdo it.
Because
Yeah.
even when you replace them, they have an expiration date. Even like
Yeah,
my father had a shoulder replacement because he
yeah.
torn a rotator cuff and it never healed correctly,
Right.
Mhm.
and they had to replace his shoulder. And they told him like these things only last like 10 to 15 years, maybe,
Yeah.
Right.
and you're
So
gonna have to go through
basically,
open you
yeah.
all the way up to replace everything,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
reupholster basically. Damn near.
Is he a
Yeah.
veteran?
No.
Okay.
I was mad because I'm like, if y'all told me this, I could have got workers comp. Like this is like a lawsuit and a half. Like, you know what I
Yeah, workers' comp
mean?
is not exactly set up for the worker.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
thought
set up for the
I could have
billionaire.
sold for like I would have been set up if they let me know ahead of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Our systems are not kind to the little guy. It's sad, and not to get political, but yeah, you should have been taken care of better. basically.
Hmm.
Yeah, man.
How it
Yeah.
goes, man.
But yeah, I said, yeah, but the point that coach was making about how previous generations were taught to be manly over everything else, macho,
Mhm.
masculine, like over everything, bro.
Talking
Nothing,
about your feelings, that wasn't a thing.
nah, hell no, hell no. I remember I woke up one time, man. It was snowing outside. You know how when it's snowing, it's gray, like the sky is gray, it's dreary, snow coming down, all that stuff. And so I walked into my parents' bedroom. I'm like, Jim, wake up. Jim, like, hey, but what you bothering me? I'm like, hey, I'm sad. He's like, take your sad ass outside and shovel some snow then. Jim, I'm 7.
Oh man,
You want me
there's
to go?
Because they came
there
from
was
the
no
era
such
of distracting yourself so you didn't have
no.
feelings.
Or they
Yo,
just didn't
there's no
care.
such thing as depression.
Yeah.
There was no such thing as depression back then.
Yeah, man. Like, take your sad ass outside and shovel some snow. And I'm like, I'm 7. And then the only shovel we had is, y'all know, the wide shovel. Remember the wide
Mhm.
shovel with the thing? It wasn't like just the that. It's like the one that looked like a plow, basically. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Mhm.
outside shoveling snow. And then my mother come walking up the street because she went to work in the snow like a crazy person. Like, why you going to work? All this snow out here, and you going to work? Who else gonna pay the bills? I'm like, oh my God, bro. My
Can't even
life,
argue. Can't even argue with her.
yeah, my life is a disaster, bro. I was like, bro, it was crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let me ask y'all
I
this though.
couldn't. Mm.
Go ahead, Fritz. I'm sorry.
No, I couldn't imagine telling my dad, going up to him, asking, telling him I'm sad. I couldn't. I couldn't.
Bro, my father didn't go to work because it was snowing, because he worked at the Ford plant, and I forget where it's at in New Jersey. I don't even know if it's still there or not. But it was probably about an hour and a half away from the house, right? So my father didn't go to work that day, but my mother went to work anyway, right? And anyways, I wanted to ask y'all something that's kind of important to me, and it's a little political, but I don't want to like do political, like if y'all uncomfortable with political stuff. How do y'all feel about public broadcasting being defunded? Y'all got any thoughts on Big Bird getting fired?
I think there's a necessary. Well, I understand why it's defunded, because a lot of people don't use antennas or watch that stuff, but that's the stuff that we grew up on and we learned from.
Right.
And it's just it's a shame, but like when you say that's part of the bigger problem, where stuff like that gets defunded, and then like teachers and educators don't even get paid what they're worth. It's just,
Right.
and it falls down to the youth, and you see it in terms of their growth or lack thereof when they
Right.
don't get their needs met. It's just it's BS, to be absolutely honest with you. Everybody will cut, like this government will cut everything unless it benefits the 1% of the 1%.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, I understand that part, what you're saying. I understand that part. And I even understand why. Right. I even understand why, because the why is that these changes won't be permanent. These changes are going to be temporary. So you grab at the cash while you can get it. Right.
Yeah,
Because
because the next regime is gonna like reverse a lot
yep.
of this
Yep.
almost
So,
immediately. So
yep. Yep. So you get as much as you can while you can, and then the world will self-correct. But in the meantime, certain folks will have their coffers filled and all that stuff, right? So I get that part. But the thing I don't get is, where does this end? What's next? The post office? like you gonna get rid of the post office next? Like
it's that the
things that
post
we're
office
accustomed
is
to?
already underfunded. They might as well get rid of it. It's probably the worst place. Like you could be expecting a package tomorrow, and it'll be there 3-4 days later
Yeah.
because logistics aren't paid for. These things that are necessary evils in other countries that they live with, that they set aside money for because it's necessary. Over here, we take it for granted
Right.
and neglect it. Like you ever looked at for example, you ever looked at how much it costs to ride on Amtrak?
I
It'd be
think
like $500 for a ticket.
I think I did. I saw that one time.
And it's just like because they have to overcharge because the railroad has been neglected for 100 plus years. And when you look at all these other advanced nations and countries, their infrastructure is pristine and on point because they value other means to get around in this country because everyone can buy a car.
Yeah.
And these things are economical as well, and it saves the planet, but we don't value those things. And that's been a thing for, I don't want to say hundreds of years, but more or less 70 plus years when they started building the interstates. It's you see these things and these other mediums that are better for the nation, and like we're the most advanced country in terms of wealth,
Yeah.
and we're like the worst in terms of infrastructure and public transportation,
Right.
hands down, of any power.
Right.
And it's almost embarrassing. Like you see these countries with high speed rail that takes you from other parts of Europe within an hour, 2 hours,
Right.
or even Japan, and like it. And you see what we do here, and it's just like a joke. It's a joke.
Right. Like
Like
your train
like
legit is gonna when your train does 60, 65, it does that train
the
rock.
wobbling.
Yeah.
And it's because our infrastructure hasn't been updated. It's been the same thing that we had since like the 40s. When we started building interstates for cars, and God, I love having a car.
Yeah.
Don't get it misconstrued or twisted. That the invention, the popularity of the car, we went blind to the other means of transportation, and other nations didn't completely turn their back. And now that we view, hey, it's actually better for the nation if you have a competent rail system,
Right.
and we're trying to like ease our way into it. Because I think we passed the bill, like a $2 trillion bill for transportation, and then the next regime comes in and is not trying to give that money out, and
Right.
is trying to redirect that money for themselves.
Yeah.
So, like as you mentioned, the next regime is gonna take that on. The bill that I mentioned was a Joe Biden bill.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
and the next regime that comes in, even if it is a Republican regime, they wouldn't be as heavy-handed with that particular thing. I think this is taking on the identity of the president himself more than anything.
Right. Right. To the point where Big Bird gets fired.
Yeah, you gotta save the 0.000001 from Big Bird so you can pad your pockets, pad your pockets and your cronies' pockets.
Yep. Yep.
It's
To provide generational wealth for
it's
others.
it's a joke, man. It's a joke, man. Because I remember I was like, oh, like I knew somebody was getting married in D.C. and I was like, okay, I'll just take a train out to D.C. It's like, why would I take a plane?
Right.
And then I looked up the prices and I was like, oh, this is why I should take a plane.
Yeah. This is why I should fly. Right. And if you've ever been in the airport, if you've ever and I'm speaking to the chat, not just to the panel, but if you've ever been in the airport, it is the most unorganized, chaotic situation
Jumbled up,
that you'll
messy.
ever see in public, right? You can unfill a football stadium and it'll be more orderly than an airport, right?
You know, and we could fix all of these things, but there's never been an on schedule fixing for anything. Any construction, it's always late.
Yeah.
And the budget that you signed up for is already inflated.
Yeah.
Like for instance, if I'm just speaking straight infrastructure, you know how much it would cost to like drill 2 miles under Manhattan? Just to drill make a tunnel, like 2 miles worth of tunnel.
I don't know.
It would cost you $4 billion
What?
just to drill 2 miles.
What? That's crazy.
And like the cost of labor, the cost of the material, the cost of all these things are so inflated.
Right.
And they did all of this 100 years ago at a fraction of the cost.
Right.
And people were dying doing it.
Right.
People were getting illnesses, but this, you would assume we would be more efficient going forward. But all these things just, it adds on, and there's these fabricated costs and made up costs for things that shouldn't be what it is.
Overpricing of everything.
$4 billion just to drill 2 miles. Not to drill the entire scape of Manhattan. Not even to drill the entire 5 boroughs. $2 billion for 2 miles.
That's crazy.
$4 billion for 2 miles.
That's and you know what, and so I come in up in an era of so chat. I was raised in an era of long distance, like when you legit had to pay my bell long distance to call down south, right? As I was raised in that area, like you had to keep putting quarters in the phone, keep putting quarters in the phone, quarters in the phone. Quarters.
Then you had the era after that where you had a finite amount of minutes, and I can't call you until after 9 o'clock.
Oh my gosh. Right. I come up in the era where you had a main road, and the roads that were not main roads used to be called off road, and they were not paved. Right. They were not paved. They were not black. Right. They were probably side roads worn down by traffic. Like, you know what I'm saying? You live down such and such dirt road. Now roads are paved everywhere. Right? Because technology is caught up with everybody and there's more money available somehow. But the reason why I bring that up is because there are certain things that, able-bodied taxpayer, or not even an able-bodied taxpayer, just taxpayers in general, should expect from society, like Big Bird. Like the reason why I knew that there were other races outside of black was Sesame Street. Right? Like I didn't know about white people yet. I didn't know white people was a thing. Like when I was little, like I didn't know white was a thing.
Sound like you were in the heart of Jersey City.
Yep. I knew that there were the Spanish people. I couldn't hardly understand what they were saying. Right. But they were people like us. They come out of their house same time as us. They went to the same schools as us, all of that stuff. And then the people that were white, you would see, like, I knew, like, and y'all pardon me for the way I'm saying it, but there was like the Italians, that's what they were called, right? It was like the Irish, right? There was Orientals, right? I know that's not a word that we use now, but this is the era that I'm talking about. It was like the Orientals, right? There was the West Indians. It ain't matter where, if you were black and you were from the Caribbean, they called you West Indian. I don't care where you could have been from Cuba, you was West Indian. That's from the black perspective. You just a West Indian. It ain't matter where in the Caribbean, right? And I didn't even start noticing whiteness, like white. I'm talking about white until I was like in 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade. Like legit, like whiteness was a thing. And so I was like, yo, and like even today, I'm like, yo, when did whiteness become a thing? And I noticed whiteness became a thing like when people started trying to separate and divide different people and, you know what I'm saying, keep people separated and all of that stuff for what I deem is to be like certain legacy financial gains, right? Not just a come up, like not just $1 million, because in theory, $1 million spread over 10 people is $100,000, and that's not going to last you 20 years. But when like the generational stuff start coming up, you're like, and even when I saw the movie Roots, I remember we all sat down and watched Roots for the first time. It came on national TV, came on ABC. We sat down and watched Roots every day for that week, right? Even in watching Roots, I had no idea that whiteness was a thing. The people that I saw, the slave owners and the people that, like, you know, doing all the stuff, I just figured that they were just bad people of a certain group, not like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so,
Yeah.
and so it makes you think like all these things being done to further separate us as people, like in terms of limiting like access to um factual media, right? Like instead of biased media, like some media has facts with a tinge of bias, and then some media has a little facts and all bias. And so you're trying to kind of manipulate your way through to figure out what's the most truthful. But then you realize that the people that control that stuff, a lot of them aren't even American, you know, and not to be. And so if y'all watching this or whatever, and you think I'm saying like I'm pro-American and anti everyone else, nah, I'm saying from my perspective that, you know, all I like to see is the truth, because there are topics out there like Dre, I know you hear people talk about the topic and we don't talk about it on social media, but the stuff going on in the Middle East, that's a lot of stuff happening, bro.
A lot.
And do we know the facts? Do we get the facts of it? I don't
There's a
know.
lot of context missing and a
Yeah,
lot of narratives being pushed and shaped in
yeah,
a particular way. So you digest the news how the media feels you should.
yeah.
All right,
So
fellas,
yeah.
I'm gonna,
Hey,
All right,
peace, Delano.
yeah, have a good one.
boss. Yeah, there were some, the way that we see the stuff in the news. I'm like, hey, this can't be
It's
right.
filtered.
But since we're not there, we still have to take somebody's word for it.
Yeah, we have to just accept what is given to us, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah. I don't honestly, I don't know where I stand with that. I don't know how to feel about that, and it's because I'm a person that likes to bring people together as opposed to pushing people apart.
It's one of those things where you'll never really have a true idea or the scope or the magnitude of it until it's completely over and you're stepping back 10 years later looking at it with all the information that has come out.
Yeah,
Because you know, to be absolutely honest, when anything happens in a major scope or landscape, like for instance a terrorist attack, there was still new news coming out around what happened with 9/11,
yeah,
like 15, 20 years later.
yeah, yeah,
And when we're talking about something like war and the scope of it, you never really know all the details and the ins and outs. You just know, boom, something happened. We need to react.
yeah.
But you never know all the context until everything is settled. The dust is completely settled.
Oh,
You know,
no doubt. No doubt. No doubt. And some of that stuff I'm trying to figure out, because I come from like, and Dre already know this, everybody. So I'm saying this out loud, but most of y'all that know me already know. So I come from a very religious background, still religious. Like sometimes I get off the path and people think I'm not, but I'm still in that way. But some of the things that I see based on my belief system, I'm like, some of these things are in direct conflict with this person is saying or their actions. And for the system that's out there, like, how do you say these certain things and then you do something else in direct conflict in which you said that you were? And nobody checks that person, right?
it,
Like,
it's funny because the way you say that, it's something we all deal with. I think I think most human beings have come in contact with hundreds of hypocrites
yeah,
throughout the course of their lives.
yeah, yeah,
Just walking contradictions. It's almost
right.
to the point where if it's a walking contradiction that you see so often, is it even a contradiction at that point?
Nah,
It's a normality.
yeah, it's real. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, like so for me, I'm a walking contradiction in that I try to do certain things a certain way, but I'm imperfect. So even though I try to do things a certain way, and my imperfections, I'm gonna do some stuff wrong.
To be human is to be imperfect.
Yep. Now, can I self-correct? Yeah, but in order to self-correct, you have to know what's wrong or what doesn't feel right. Right. But then you
Exactly.
watch others and you're like, how? Like where I am, there's a dude named Lindsey Graham. Right. Hey, if I see Lindsey Graham on the street, I'm like, hey man, hello. That's it. That's probably because we don't have things in common. Right. But I heard Lindsey Graham for years say certain stuff and then contradict himself depending on who the main person in power is.
Who the target audience is.
Yeah. And so as somebody, and you probably been there too. And the game of life, like we get put in these settings, and in these settings, we have to be able to survive and adapt and thrive at times. Like knowing when to try to thrive and then knowing when to survive.
Know
So
when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Yep. Like I guess it's 2025, so this must be 2011. I go to Miami to an investors meeting, and I told Fritz this the other day. So go to Miami for an investors meeting. I'm not even there to speak, talk, none of that stuff. I'm there because I have case files that these guys, they wanted to see the person that was working on their files and stuff. Like, no, send them. I talk to him on the phone all the time. I need to see him in person. That's the only reason why I was there. Right? They kept telling me about the trip, And I'm like, I can't go. I can't afford it. They're like, no, we're going to send you. We're going to fly you down, blah, blah, blah. I get there. They give the per diem is like $60, like $50 a day to eat in Miami. Right? So I'm like, $50. Golly. You know what I'm saying? And so I have like the per diem card. It auto loads after midnight every day, $50. And so I have about $90 to my name that me and my wife are sharing, because $90 for us to share. Like I got to pinch off that because she got the kids at home too.
Yeah.
And she also pinching off that $90. And so knowing this, I'm so uncomfortable in these settings, right? Room full of millionaires is about 60 of them. All of them millionaires at different levels. Now, some people are 2 million, some people are 80 million, nothing ridiculous like 100 million, something like that. A billionaire walks in, he's a guest speaker. As soon as he walks in, it's like blood in the water. The millionaires swarm to him, all this stuff. I'm looking at him like, hey man, look how calm this dude is. Like this dude, he walked into the room, and the only way I even recognized him is because his face was on the thing that, they give you the brochure, guest speaker, such as that, and a little breakdown of his resume or whatever. It's the only way I recognized him, right? He can't even get to his seat because the millionaires are asking him questions. Like, what did you do when you first got hit it big? I just bought a boat. He's like, so? Like the millionaires are so ready to impress everybody with the millionaire status, right? Like, the IRS is looking to take such and such. I'm battling the IRS. Like the dudes were like $5-6 million. If something happens with the IRS, they might lose their millionaire status. They might be in that $900,000 range. And like, what are they going to do in life? Like, if you're a millionaire, you're a millionaire. If you have $900,000 in assets, you're not a millionaire, right? They're thinking about stuff like that. And I'm thinking about if Miss Mocha is going to buy all the kids Hot Pockets and Juicy Juice for dinner, right? This is what I'm thinking about.
Gotta make that money stretch.
Yeah. And so the guy named, his phone, his name is still in my phone, right? Or his number is still in my phone. He is like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? Like, yeah. It's like, hey, you know, I noticed, man, when such and such, man, when I entered such and such and such, I was like, nah, I'm just taking mental notes, bro. I'm just scratching and surviving, brother. I'm just like I'm talking to you, just right. I'm just talking like, hey, so what company are you with? I'm like, hey, man, I'm here with the people. I work the portfolio for everybody. He's like, oh, you making everybody rich. I'm not making everybody rich because they were rich before I saw them. But I am trying to make sure that their investment properties, you know, are successful. They buy a block of houses. Say they buy 10 houses for $200,000. I'm trying to make sure the lawn is cut. I'm trying to make sure that all these things are there. So when we put it on the market, they can sell for more than $20,000. So they can sell for $200,000 so that they can make that immediate, you know what I'm saying, thing back. And then
immediate
yep,
return.
Yep. And then have people. And so the sale is not even the part that how I made them rich is locking people into a mortgage is the part, right? The mortgage part of the buying a house part is because usually if your mortgage, if you buy a house for $1 million, you're not going to pay $1 million. You're probably going to pay like 2.7, $2.8 million on a property that was $1 million. It might be $3 million. Who knows? Right? Because of interest that you're going to pay on this thing, all this stuff that people people know. Right. So he's like, oh, they told me you were a pretty nice guy. I'm like, I'm okay. And he was like, yo, just come. Like, and he invited me to sit with him. Like everywhere he went, he was like, nah, don't worry about the per diem card, man. You know, whatever. You know, Dre, you know what I found out? This dude was a billionaire. This dude was a billionaire, right? Still is a billionaire. This dude's a billionaire, right? He didn't pay for nothing.
Because everybody knows the billionaire doesn't need to.
Bro, everybody
was just getting freebies everywhere.
Yep. I was with him. Everybody was like, you know what I'm saying? One dude bought me an umbrella out of the gift shop.
This country is so
it's
backwards,
Miami.
man.
Dude bought me an umbrella. He bought me an umbrella, walked past me and told Ben, like, hey, I bought Uncle Freezy an umbrella. Here, Uncle Freezy.
Life is different in that rarefied air.
So the thing, so the lesson I learned is through that is it's not really about what you get because it's all a blessing at some level how you view it, right? Getting it and keeping it and growing it and all of that stuff. But the thing about it is like, what do you do with once you live within your means? What do you do with the rest? Right. And these people, the one dude drove, a dude drove from, I don't know if you've ever been to Colorado, but one dude drove from Colorado to Miami in a Ferrari.
Sounds like a very bumpy ride, but he wants to show off the car.
Yep. It's a Russian
billionaire.
Yep. It's a Russian couple, and not a Russian couple like that, but a Russian mom and her son, right? So he's American and like Russo-American, whatever you want to call it, right? And so her husband made an investment. It kind of failed, but kind of kept like the spark to it stayed alive. And then he passed away, and then it blew up after he passed away. And they were doing their awkward best to kill their investment. Belonged. Yeah, they would like I think after he passed away, they were worth about $12 million. By the time I met them, they were worth about $4 million.
Oof.
Yeah, so you know what path they were on. So, but the dude, the son drove a Ferrari from Colorado all the way to Miami.
When all he could have done was took a flight.
And was talking to me on his cell phone.
It would be more cost beneficial to literally fly there and just rent a BMW.
bro. But
Even you know how expensive renting a luxury vehicle is, but
yes,
literally
I know.
driving a Ferrari. You know how many rinky-dink towns he had to stop at just to get gas?
What happens if you get a flat tire? You're not going to be able to get a Ferrari tire from Walmart, bro.
AAA ain't gonna help you.
Yeah, what do we? You just do this crap. But they all did that one way on it, like the millionaires in this room. All of them, whether they were like overdressed with jewelry, like in this meeting, really, you got on an $80,000 watch, and we at work.
Once you reach, maybe I've never reached this level, but they've reached the level in terms of being assured in terms of their money that their priorities get out of whack, and they try to
Yeah,
view this next person as a billionaire as this next big thing to strive to,
bro.
because they're already comfortable. Meanwhile, at that point in your life, you were wondering where your next meal was coming from. How am I going to feed my kids? I don't give a damn about this billionaire. I don't give a damn about these millionaires. I got these other priorities that are most important to me right at this current moment. And the billionaire saw that, and probably saw the humanity in it more than anything,
Bro,
because he's been around so many millionaires. He's probably not seen what a normal person is like at a certain point, and you saw the genuineness because you haven't been poisoned by millions of dollars. And not to say, like, even for me, for example, not to say I wouldn't be poisoned, because at a certain point you get blessed with millions of dollars, you naturally you're not going to be the same person.
no, you ain't gonna be the same person. Because
Not
your decision making mechanism is different because you worry about different things.
different things.
Yeah, yeah,
Like your priorities are completely different, and then once you get suspended in that reality for long enough time, you just view things different.
yeah.
View life different. And when that billionaire came in there, he was just bored more than anything. He probably was extremely bored.
You what it, probably and what I recognize in that room though is the companies that we work for make turn these people into millionaires, right? So they didn't necessarily come from. I'm not saying they were poor to start.
No,
It,
no, no, no.
it
But
was
you saw there was a change. They didn't, there was an inherent change. Like they may have had money or not had as much money.
right.
But once you reach a certain threshold of financial security, you just don't view things the same.
Yeah, you just don't view things the
And in
same.
that process of changing, you may have ups and downs in your priorities. Some days you might feel like your old self, and some days you might feel like this outsized version of yourself that you aren't even to that point.
And then you go to a conference with others like that are millionaires. And so if you're a new millionaire, say you're worth 1.5 in assets, and you
Feel
know you're going to
insecure.
a conference in Miami with others, you're going to eat. You're going to this thing to show off and learn stuff,
Yeah.
right? Like,
It's almost like a when some people show it in different ways. Some people are willing and humble, and some people are insecure and try to flaunt things they don't have fully under control just to appear that they do.
a dude tried to hire me at the thing. Like, dude told me he was on the spot. He saw me with Ben and was like, "Man, I'll double your salary right now, Uncle Freezy."
I
Like,
would have, you better than me. I would have considered it,
yeah,
whatever it was. But you ain't know him from nowhere, so
not. But the thing is, I know these people. Like, I
and
work
he's
with these
probably
people.
lying.
But he may have not. Now he may have. I think he was upfront in what he was saying and what he was asking, right? But at the same time, I know that your entire wealth is based on this. Like, if this stops working,
What's gonna happen?
right? And he would tell me, "I'm trusting you to always have this thing working," right? So as soon as things slow down, the stressor that's stressing him is going to become the stressor that's stressing me, except I'm going to be facing these stresses in a different city across the country away from my family. Because just because I want the job don't necessarily mean Miss Mocha wanted me to take the job. You know what I'm saying? It's like all these things that you have to consider. Like she didn't even want me to go to Miami on that trip. Right. So it's like all these stressors. Right. But the dude, Ben, he told me, he took my phone and he was like, yo, don't lose this number. No, but I don't. Hey, listen, he was like, I don't even answer the phone. Right. He's like, just text me, whatever. And I was like, you don't answer the phone? No, because people will keep you on the phone. Like, I didn't know that was a thing with guys. Like, I didn't know billionaires had 2 or 3 phones and they just text like, oh, where's my such and such phone? That was him. He's like, yeah, man, it's how you have to be that way. You have to. Because with him, with Ben, it's like one of the most precious things to him was not money anymore. It was time. Because if he had time, he can make more money. Right. But when people saw that, they were offering me stuff like, hey, you want to come to our function in San Diego, such and such? It's like, nah, I got to talk to my boss. I can't just tell my boss I'm freelancing now. You know what I'm saying? You can't just, and chat, I'm sure of all of y'all watching, I'm sure it's at least a handful of y'all that have been in these situations, like these awkward moments where you may be great at your job and then all of a sudden you get compromised or talked into doing things that's a little bit outside of what you were comfortable doing. Like, you ever been in that situation? Like maybe you were good at something and they wanted to stretch your potential into something else.
Yeah. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Where you're only hoping that the person doesn't judge you when it doesn't work.
Right. And sometimes when it doesn't work, it's not a knowledge-based issue. Sometimes it's just a personality issue. Maybe you just don't like it.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe you just don't like certain things. Like, I like the asset management piece. I like managing assets, right? Like, if Dre says, hey, I bought this package of 10 houses around the country. And I'm like, hey, man, send me the addresses for them, right? And Dre will send me the addresses for them. I'll learn the city, county, state, federal regulations for the property in that area. Like, do you have to pay city taxes? Do you have weird out of line taxes? Do you have like school district taxes, right? Or do you have special project taxes, or all these things that people don't necessarily think about? And so I look for these 10 properties. I make sure that we have a spreadsheet, something with all that stuff on it, to make sure all those things get paid on schedule, make sure the grass be cut. What's going on in the house? Does the house have mold in it? Make sure nobody goes into the house, because the last thing you want to do is have a lawsuit on something that's going to hold up the progress of making money. You keep everybody out, get your, like all these little things that you do to help somebody.
These small decisions, micro decisions.
Yep. And you just manage that, like, what's the rent in that area for such and such? And you look at all these things, whatever the rent is, you're like, can I charge more for rent here? Or should I charge under? Like, what's the renter's rate in this area? Because if the renter's rate is low, then now you're talking about having the rent be lower than what you're accustomed to getting, so that you'll get the first pick of the people that are looking to rent, as opposed to having the rent be higher, people just looking at it on the surface and like, I ain't even going over there because the rent is higher. I ain't even gonna look at it, right? Like all these like decisions. Meanwhile, Dre is driving a Ferrari from Denver, Colorado to Miami, Florida. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, this got weird really fast, right?
Oh man, you see the differences. There's so many differences once you just get a couple people in a room. And like when people say we're more similar than we are different, there's a whole lot of differences as well.
There are a lot of differences. Like I learned how to eat caviar at functions like that. Like,
Did you have your pinky out?
nah. I like hey, so I don't know if you noticed or not, but I'm black. So there are certain things, and listen,
Shout
I
out
know
to the
that's not
Haitian
racist.
Revolution.
The chat probably think I'm racist. Like, you know what, Uncle Freezy, you a dick. No, I'm no. Relax. Like, I didn't know that the paddle method, like the caviar come like with a paddle, right? And so like you take your little paddle and you get your preferred crackers, right? You really want a crispy cracker to hold your caviar on, because depending on the type of caviar you get, whether it's soft caviar, a little bubbly caviar, or a little firm caviar that kind of gives you that burst in your mouth, like Fritz, you know, like grapes, like when you eat grapes or whatever, like they kind of burst in your mouth a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was taught that, like with caviar, I'm like, hey, I didn't even know that. I was just gonna grab me a big ass spoon. I was just gonna grab $450 worth of caviar and put it on a plate. Like I didn't know you'd like take you like a little, like basically this is what you need to do with caviar.
Yeah.
That's how much caviar you need, bro. You don't need a whole cereal bowl full of caviar, bro. Plus, that's like $1,700. Yeah. Fritz, you ever had caviar, bro?
No, I'm not a seafood person, so I was never like inclined to try it.
Okay. Yes, me either. Because when they told me what it was, right? I forget the fish that it comes. It's a big
Sturgeon.
fish. Sturgeon. Yeah. And like they were like, nah, you got to
It's
try it.
literally fish eggs.
Yeah. That's and you can there's like the North Atlantic, there's the Russian caviar, there's African caviar that's new, right? So is a little cheaper, but the quality of it may be better, right? And so like all these different things, like I learned about champagne, like learned the different types of wine. They were like, what kind of wine you drink? I was like, shit, Boone's Farm. It's like Boone's Farm. I'm like, yeah. They're like, man, you can't drink Rock Gut Uncle Freezy. They're like, how much does Boone's Farm cost? Like, Boone's Farm high, it's like $5.25. And they were like, a bottle? $5.25? You drink wine that's $5.25 bottle? Yes. And they're like, wait a minute. $5.25 or $5.25? $5.25. They start laughing.
You said that out loud.
Yeah, I said it out loud. Because that's who I am. Like, this is this is who I am. Like, I'm not gonna sit on the internet and lie like Fat Joe, bro. Like, I ain't gonna tell like no whoppers and that like that, like Fat Joe be doing. Like, legit. What I found is people will be into you more if you just be yourself. Right. Some people are like trying to take advantage of you because they think that you're destitute when you're not destitute or unsmart. You're just not rich.
Yeah.
Like, just because you're not rich doesn't mean you're not smart. Right. All it means is they have money. And so you have to teach people that. Like, a dude walked up to me and was like, hey man, I called you the other, and I was like, hey man, who you think you're talking to? Like, you got to check him. Like, you're like, oh, I'm sorry, Uncle. I'm sorry, man. You know, that's just how we talk. Nah, that's not how we talk, bro. That's not how we. Fritz, have I ever came across to you like that? Like, just like bullyish. Like I don't do that, bro. But people that feel like some people that feel like they are in a place, they feel like they can talk like that to anybody. I saw a dude cuss at a waitress and give her a $50 tip.
Like a dog.
Yeah.
There is no tip. I don't curse at nobody. If my service is not the way I like it, I am not tipping. But I'm usually generous though. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot for my service to be like.
I'm pretty generous though.
Yeah.
They work hard.
Yeah, but if they're If it's actual poor service, which is not very common, but when it's actually poor, no, I'm not.
Right.
I'm not.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Like you learn these things, like being around. I know you guys are probably you guys are up north, so y'all probably have gone through these things also. Like being around rich people and being around wealthy people is a real line of distinction,
Yeah.
right? Like I didn't
You can
to
tell when someone has new money
Yeah.
as opposed to someone has generational money.
Yeah.
right,
Because
right,
yeah, if you got generational money, they teach people how to act around people. Like
Like people with that type of money, they're grossly unimpressed by a lot of things.
yeah. I was just going to say, like normal people stuff don't impress them,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
even rich people stuff doesn't even impress them.
right? Yeah.
Right.
So it's like Ben, that's what I'm saying. Like Ben, Ben is. I think Ben and them they showed up in a suburban. Like him and his team were in, and like they had two Suburbans. Y'all know the
And
Suburban.
to them, it's just like it's just a car. Like who
It's just a
cares?
car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
they just had a car,
But
whatever.
to
yeah.
new money, that Ferrari needs to be driven 4,000 miles.
Yep,
And I need to pull up front.
yep, yep.
Yeah. I told you I used to work at a whole bunch of different like companies. And I used some law firms, some lawyers have like new money.
Yeah,
But then I worked at another law firm and one of the attorneys was mad cool, like cool attorney. Whenever I used to walk by his office, always say, "Oh, come in, talk about the Yankees or whatever, whatever." Cool person. Whenever I'm by the coffee machine, go and say hi.
yeah,
Um, I didn't know who that was until later. Like everybody's, "Oh, you talk to what you call it?" Like you really shouldn't talk to that person. And I'm like, "Who's that?" It's like, "Oh, it's a Kennedy." It's like Kennedy, but like he is mad cool.
right,
Like
right,
you wouldn't know, like he show up on Fridays, but
right,
like regular dude, like regular
right,
dude, treat people nice. But I go to this other law firm. This dude got him a new Porsche, and now he want to rub it. He want to rub it in everybody else's faces.
right. Yep, yep,
I'm like, "Ugh, that's ugly. Like that's new money and that's old money. You know what I mean?"
yep, yeah.
Hmm.
You know what I found? I found, and this is gonna seem racist. I don't want it to be racist. I'm just gonna state it like it happened. What I find is that any lawyer I met from the Midwest was always super cool and unflappable. Like Chicago, Detroit, um, any of the St. Louis, any of the attorneys there, they'll hit me up like they'll email me like for instance, a project could be due Friday afternoon, right? And with no warning, they'll call me like, hey, I'm about to send an email to your inbox, right? And it's gonna be urgent and it's gonna say that it needs to be done by the end of day, even though they called me at 4 o'clock and the end of day for us was 4:30. Now we didn't leave the office at 4:30, but the end of day for everybody that was hitting us up is 4:30 so that we can leave at 5:30, whatever it is. He's like, yo, but he called me, used to give me a heads up. And so he sent me the email is scathing, like, ah, and I'm like, yo, like you told me, like, yo, it's a formality, bro. Like, listen, don't sweat it. Just look at the email. You know what I'm saying? Get to it Monday when you can or Tuesday when you can. But when people look back at the action and they see that you sit there, he sent it, they're like, and I'm like, oh, I get it. It's the game. And then when they came into town, they come into town, like they put me up in the telly, right, with them. Like we hanging out, coming down, like do the work, like we in these conference rooms doing the work and stuff, and then about 3:45, everybody knocking off for the day. I'm like, yo, y'all knocking off for the day at 3:45? And they're like, yeah, Uncle Freezy, we've been here since 10 o'clock. I'm like, y'all work 10 o'clock to 3:45? No, we only doing this because we out of town, bro. This is like a what do you call, Dre? What do you call a work and vacation at the same time? You know what I'm saying?
retreat,
Maybe
A retreat.
a retreat.
whatever. Yeah, a retreat. Yeah. So he didn't say that word, but basically, it's what y'all are calling it. You're like, nah, man. Listen, we gonna go, man. Listen, we gonna go up, change clothes, come back down, man. You know, go out to eat. No, you don't have to pay for nothing, right? Like, you know, whatever. And then, like, the dude with his name on the building starts calling me Big Dog. Hey, where's Big Dog at? I'm like, what the It's crazy. Like, dude got his name on, not on the building where we was at. I'm talking about back in Chicago. Like, I guess he, like, one of the partners got his name on the building. Like, it's calling me Big Dog. He's like, hey, man. Yes. And then after the staycation retreat / thing is over, right? He wrote a handwritten note to my boss and drove to my boss. Like, hey, man, listen, I just got this thing for you. It's a handwritten note. And my boss got the handwritten note, and he almost had tears in his eyes because I didn't know what a handwritten note was or the impact of it, right? And so I'm like, he come, like my boss, you know, pulled me to the side. Like after we come back work Monday, my boss is already sitting at my desk in my, you know, in my QB, like, hey, man, you know, Royce, now, man, he said he gave you a handwritten note, and I kept it on me all weekend, and I didn't open it. I told myself that I would read this handwritten note with you. And so he opened it and he read the handwritten note, man. It was so kind, like talking about our experience together, the interaction, and what caring means and what treating strangers right means and all that stuff. And my boss legit took the handwritten note to his boss, and my boss or his boss, who was a curmudgeon, gave me a pat on the back in front of my boss. Now, when I say that, that seems like nothing, right? But that was everything to us, because our boss is like corporate guy, by the rules, all these different things. Everything is black and white, no feeling, none of that stuff. No small talk, no none of that stuff. And he patted me on the back in front of my boss, and my boss then had tears in his eyes, and he didn't stump his toe to get him. He's just emotional like that. And so what I learned from that, I guess, and I'd love to hear y'all's take on this. Well, what I learned from that is that if you're open to learning and exchanging information in a kind way, people are like treat you a certain type of way. Dre, you ever experienced that?
It depends on the crowd, to be
Okay.
absolutely honest with you,
Okay.
because context is everything.
Right.
Because if you're in a group of people that are jostling and bustling and feel like they're your competition, they're not trying to hear what the hell you're trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you're trying to offer, they'll feel like, or do you think I'm incompetent? You think I didn't know this already? Even if they didn't know, that's the energy that they're unwillingly presenting, unknowingly
Right.
presenting.
Yeah.
So I guess it depends on the context and the person, absolutely.
I think in the corporate setting, it's tough to find people you can trust.
Right.
When I worked in the bank, I worked at a banking headquarters, I was young, like 24, and cousin of my
And
boss,
people were like, why the fuck would I listen to this 24, 20?
24 years old,
Rip. That's what off rip
and
he's saying. Off rip.
so the people like above me, like at the bank I answered to, got fired. They were stealing money from the bank. They
Ooh.
stole millions. Never got prosecuted, but
Of
yeah,
course
stole
not.
millions. They stole millions. and they put someone else in his seat. And this dude, he ain't know what was going on. So basically, they put him over to the department that just got stolen from. And basically, when we went into the meetings, there's a lot of people puffing their chest out, throwing their weight around. There's kind of thing. There's stuff like he knew I could throw him under the bus, and I'd
Right.
be like, no, I glaze over it. I ain't there to make nobody look bad. Always protected me
Right.
after that. So you don't like you could have like that could have been your step up, and you didn't do that to me. And after that, he's like, yo, wherever he wants, like whatever he wants, like always cool with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something similar
'Cause
happens.
Yeah,
Oh,
because he didn't know. Like he honestly he was there because somebody else messed up. This ain't this is not his area of expertise.
right.
When it came down to it, literally he would look over to me and he'd say, Fritz, is that true? Or Fritz, is that right?
Right.
Or just to double check on stuff. I and there was a couple of situations where I against my interest and I said, no, that's not true. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? And he
Right.
like I think he really appreciated, you know, the honesty. So they was real cool with me.
Dre, something like that happened to me, and Fritz. The way it happened to me, it happened to me in a different way, and I'm gonna be totally honest with y'all, right? I'm gonna be totally honest with you. So if y'all judge me on it, I'm just gonna be so. I used to work for a place called Washington Mutual. It was like a big bank out west. I don't know if y'all ever heard of it,
Yeah, I've
but
heard of it.
but they acquired a portion of Fleet. I don't know if y'all remember the bank Fleet, whatever.
I remember they had like a green logo or something like
Yeah,
that.
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
I think back in the day, that was my mother's bank back in the day.
Yes. So we were having an event. The CEO of the bank at that time, and the bank was huge, right? But the CEO of the bank at this time had a field day, like field days all across the country. And he told everybody, he's like, I'm gonna show up to one location, right? And for like a week, everybody like, yo, what do you mean? The work crew cleaning the windows, watering the flowers and stuff. Fritz, they vacuuming to make sure, because if he come, they want to make sure the place be straight, right? Not that it wasn't clean, because it was already pristine, but they wanted whatever is beyond pristine. That's what they wanted, right? So we find out that he's at the airport in this little town I'm living in. And people are like, oh my God, he's here. Like all the people that's been working there for like 20 years, they getting their questions ready for him. And no lie, I had just bought, y'all remember what year did Kobe change his number from 8 to 24?
07, 08.
07. So this is like 07, because I was in Foot Locker, right? Just buying, and I saw the new purple Kobe jersey, and they had it in my size. And my man was like, yo, you a Lakers fan? Nah, I don't like the Lakers. Yeah, I'm a Knicks fan. He like, yo, this Kobe jersey, Kobe. I was like, yeah. I'll do it. So I bought the Kobe jersey. Fritz, now I got to eliminate Fritz from this conversation because he won't know what I'm talking about, Fritz, but I'm a big guy, right? And so when it comes to certain stuff that be in big guy sizes and they finally have it, you almost feel obligated to buy it because you know you're never going to see a thing in your size again, right?
Yep.
So I get the Kobe jersey, right? Everybody's standing out, and they tell us to dress casual, right? And I'm like, okay. So I have my shirt and tie on, my slacks, so I'm fresh, but I wear my Kobe jersey over the top of my dress shirt and tie and all that stuff. And so he's at the podium and he's talking to everybody. And he says, "Hey, you with the purple, with the Kobe jersey on." I'm looking around. Now, mind you, I've been with the company like 3 years, kind of worked my way, started in the mail room. Y'all know what runners are? Like the dude that used to have the buggy with the mail and take the
Yeah.
mail to the desk. And I started out there and I kind of worked my way up over the years. So I got a customer service queue. Then I wound up going to working in another area, just working my way up through the chain, right? It's like, "Hey, you with the purple Kobe jersey on," and we all looking around. He's like, "Yeah, you come here." And so I walk up on stage, and he was like, "Hey, we outlined everything. You got any questions? Like, you got anything to say to the crowd?" And Dre, this is my jokey area. This is my jokey era, right? Like my troll era. I was trolling before trolling was a thing. He was like, "How did you get to the position where you are?" I was like, "Hey, I started in the mailroom, and I had great bosses, and they helped me grow and grow, and I learned some stuff along the way." He's like, "Do you love the company?" I was like, "Yeah, I love the company. The company is great." He's like, "What's the one thing you could change right now if you could?" Now he asked me this in front of 3,600 people, right? Put me right on the spot. But I was on the spot anyway because everybody was dressed up and I was dressed up and had a Kobe jersey on, right? So he was like, "What's the one thing that you would change?" And I look to the crowd and I was like, "I give everybody a raise and the day off." And the crowd is like, you ever been like shocked and excited at the same time? Like, he just said what? Yeah. Like, so I said that in front of everybody. And he looked at me and he was like, "You know what? Those are some great ideas. We'll see." Right? I walk up the stage, nothing to it. I'm coming down the stairs. You know how they had the temporary platforms? You know what I'm talking about? The
Yep.
temporary platform. They got the big screen behind so people in the back can see. And I walk down the thing. And I go back over to my homeboys. I'm dapping them up. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff. And he says that, and then they do all this song and then whatever. And outside they have the dunk, the dunk machine, like you got to throw the thing to dunk somebody in the water for charity and all that.
Oh, yeah, you throw like a rock or something.
A softball. Like
Yeah,
there's like
and
a
it's like
thing.
you hit a target
Yeah,
and
to
something,
dunk
and
somebody.
someone drops in like a pool or something.
So our boss, the boss of our whole location, is in the dunk booth, and everybody just lining up. Just they just want to soak this. And so the dude that's the CEO that's around, he walk around with staff, right? Like they pretended not to be staff, but we know they staff, right? So we are at like the free throw station, and to shoot free throws with a teddy bear. I want to take something home to Mo, right? And so we walk away from that, and he meets me. He like, "Hey, where y'all going?" Like, that was some great ideas that you gave me, blah, that you gave, blah, blah. I'm like, "Nah, we're gonna go over here and swing the golf club. I want to, what I'm saying, do the farthest drive thing." He was like, "Yo, do you play golf?" It's like, "Yeah, I play golf." And from right there on that moment, right there in that moment, he was like, "What's your name?" And he got my name. I'm like, "I'm Uncle Freezy." So I'm telling my name, all that stuff. When the company news thing come out, they have pictures of me in the Kobe jersey and the tie, me talking to him like on the side in a second conversation. So mind you, WAMU had 1 million locations. It's like Wells Fargo, right? Y'all got Wells Fargo where y'all live at?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So it was kind of like bigger than Wells Fargo at that time. And so we come out, and my face is on the front of the newsletter, right? And this dude is saying my name in meetings across the country. Like, yeah, man, we met Uncle Freezy in South Carolina. South Carolina was great. Uncle Freezy said he played golf and all this, like just little stuff. And they played a clip like Uncle Freezy said, give everybody in the company a raise. And everybody at every location that see that is like, yeah, Uncle Freezy, stand up for the little guy. And I'm like, and from then on, my location manager, the dude that's over everybody, the dude that was probably at that time making like $2 million a year, every time I see him in the cafeteria, he like, nah, man, you good, bro. You ain't got to pay for nothing in here. You straight. Like you go downstairs, get your little, you know how you go downstairs, get your work, your days, like Frisch, you know how your days start at like 8 o'clock, but you go down to the cafeteria like 7:25, get you like a coffee and the half omelet, and you know what I'm saying, before you go up to your, he's like, nah, bro, like, yo, Uncle Freezy got this dude buzzing about our location and all of that stuff, man. And like that guy, like how you said, how you was the guy for that guy that you mentioned because you had his back. That's how the dude was doing me. And it was, and I'm not saying that I got that treatment because I was special. I think I was like fortunate to be in the right place at the right time. Like legit, if I didn't buy that Kobe jersey, I don't think he would have ever called my name. Right? If I wasn't in Foot Locker and got that Kobe jersey and wore it and had the gall to wear a basketball jersey on a day of, cash, I don't think he probably wouldn't even notice me. I'd have been another face in the crowd. But that's how things work, I guess. No?
Yeah.
I'm not saying Kobe saved my life. I'm just saying this is how.
Sounds like you need to get another Kobe jersey.
Yeah.
Hey man,
I need to give me a Kobe jersey.
Right, bro. Yeah. So, yeah, but I guess fortune. I guess sometimes you have to be in the right place at the right time.
Place, right time. Yep.
Yeah, and know how to take advantage of the moment.
Impromptu moments.
Yeah. Jay, something like that happened to you?
Not like that, man.
Like mine is a Disney story. Like Fritz is probably more in line with what happens on a day-to-day basis, I guess.
It's like, yeah, you got called out in the middle of something and then you stepped up to the plate at the right time. Like I have no story to compare to that.
Just saying something like everybody needs a raise. Yeah, go Freezy.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a lot of like positive work stories, man. I just haven't had the success I want.
Usually, if something is impromptu, something went wrong.
Right. It's a reaction to something, right? A lady from that job told me, she told me years later that it's something that I have a thing called a welcoming spirit. Like people feel comfortable around me, or like people can recognize. I'm
pretty sure someone has called you a gentle giant before, something to that effect.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Positive, but she was like, yeah, man. She told me, she was like, yo, every time we come down the thing, like my boss used to be mad because people were always at my desk. And I'm like, but I'm productive. And he's like, but you're disruptive at the same time. Like, you know how like you can, like, you know how you produce or whatever, but people like constantly at your desk, like, hey, can you help me with such and such? Or when you going on break?
More or less, you have the ability to, for lack of a better term, shoot the shit with any kind of person from any walk of life. You see the humanity in a lot of people.
Yeah. And then I don't really expect anything in return from people at all either.
And that's what draws people more, because if there's no expectation, then the conversation flows a little bit easier that way.
Yeah, because we can just like my thing has always been like we can just kick it until things get awkward or strange, and then I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Freezy, I'm gonna log off. I gotta be up in like 4 hours.
I gotta
Oh,
be
yeah.
up in like
3.
2 hours, 3 hours.
Jesus, man. I
But
don't
But
know
it's
how you do it.
Friday. It's Friday.
Friday.
So you know what I'm saying? Knock out these 10 and a half hours, whatever it is, and take the
You
biggest
make it
nap
sound
ever.
so simple.
And
Yeah.
the biggest nap. I'm on the carnivore diet, bro, because I got this nervous energy. So I'm good.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get through this one more day this week.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just want to tell y'all though, I enjoy talks like this as opposed to just talking Jay Dilla 24/7. So thank y'all for coming through, man, and helping us. Thank you to the chat and everybody just sitting around listening to us talk about whatever it is that we were talking about, man. Appreciate y'all for being here. We're gonna get out of here, y'all. Peace, everybody.
Peace.
Oh, I forgot.